Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury. How are you peoples today? How are you guys going? Guys, we've got a fun, action-packed show lined up for you today. We got some good stuff happening, and I would really like to get some new people on the panel. We've got some great people today, guys. The topic: do more watches make you happy? Interesting discussion topic. That's the topic for today. So, guys, let's run an intro. Let's run the ad and let's discuss. Do more watches make you happy? And what are you buying? And what are you selling? Let's get it on the streams. Okay, here we go, guys. Hi guys, it's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer, hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW.
Come on, mate, I'm not like the shroom! The shroom! I'm not like the shroom! Answer me call, man. Come on, I'm a big fan, man. Come on, answer the call, Arch. Love the pontiff! Love the pontiff!
That's right. Love the pontiff. That's right, guys. It is Friday night in America. It's Saturday morning in Australia. Saturday morning, and I've changed watches. Yes, I have. What have I changed to? I'm wearing I've decided to go for the bluesy. The bluesy. And this is the beautiful thing with watches. Do more watches make you happy? And that's a good question. What do you do? I had a good friend of mine the other day. He said, What are you looking for? What is it? What is it? Why you buy these watches? What is it you're looking for? Tell me. And when I really came to think about it, I thought to myself, you know what? That's a good question. What is it I want? And I suppose, with wristwatches, it gives me a certain amount of freedom. I feel some freedom. I do. I feel some good freedom there. I have freedom. I have freedom to buy things that I really enjoy and love. This is the whole thing. I got to be totally honest with you. Sometimes you buy stuff and it's really, 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 does it make you happy or doesn't it make you happy? That's the key thing. But I got to be honest with you. Sometimes in life there, you got to buy things that you enjoy and that help you bring out the best in life for you. Bring out your best. That's what you want. You don't want to be fucking miserable forever, do we? We don't want to be miserable Flackers forever. We want to have some really good times and enjoy the watches. This is the whole thing. You want to enjoy your watches. So I got to tell you this. The real question is the watches themselves. They're how many? What's the number? Is there a number? This is actually good questions, guys. How many is it? What is it you want? What are you trying to do? And I think for many of us, the beautiful thing about wristwatches is that it just makes us feel so cool. We love them. We love them. It gives us a chance to, we love buying things. We've been conditioned to love buying things. And the big thing is, guys, it's not just the buying the watches. It's actually, we collect them. We got other enthusiasts who can share our joys. They can share our joys. I got to tell you, man, this is the big thing with watches is they're just something which can give us some happiness. And hey, if buying a watch makes you happy, what else are you going to spend your money on there? What else are you going to buy? What are you going to do? So I got to say this, do more watches make you happy? And I think they do, as long as it's within reason. As long as it's within reason. There's no point pushing yourself to financial destitution to get more watches. That's not going to make you happy. It's something that we buy to really get some fantastic enjoyment with them. And, I find myself watches, I find it hard not to wear a watch, okay? Because as soon as you stop wearing watches, guess what happens? It's you're no longer, you're keeping track of time. You're late, you're sloppy. I don't want to be sloppy and late and turning. You want to keep. I like to keep good time. I don't like people to be late for me, and I also don't like me to be late for other people. I like to. I find a schedule is very. It helps me manage my life. That's what it does. It helps me manage my life and lets me feel more in control. So I suppose this is the big thing with the watches themselves there, is that it lets us take control of our lives. And that's the important thing. Turn on Claret browsing. Turn on. What is Claret browsing? I don't have any idea. What is Claret browsing? So what's going on with you guys? What's happening with the watches? I got to tell you something. I was really impressed with the watch Zeal got, the Tan Zeal. He got some really interesting stuff. And I got to tell you, that was a really cool watch he got there. And that sort of stuff can make a huge difference. Just as simple. See, sometimes, when you buy a watch, it doesn't have to be the Grail or a horology piece. It can be simple. And this is the whole thing. It can just be a simple piece. Now, I'm just having a quick look here. Why don't downloads, Control Shift, associate, open with, and I've photos. Here we go. Pin the link, big boy. Here we go. Pin the link, big boy. We're getting it pinned. Open with Paint. I want to open it with Paint. Let's have a look. That's not Paint. That's video. Okay, here we go. Now let's get a look here. What are we doing here? Post and pin the link. We've got to get it. We've got to get it really happening. Let's get onto this stream here. Guys, watches. Do they make you happy? I really do think I really do think the watches themselves do make us happy. They can make us really happy. And the reality is, you've got to buy things that are important to you. And it's less important what other people think of what you choose there. I got my friend Bear Clooney. Hello, Bear. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Hey, I am fantastic. Pin the link, big boy. Pin the
Pin the
link.
link, big boy. Pin the link.
Yes. Do watches make you happy? Tell me this. What's the go?
Yeah, sometimes, to be honest with you, I enjoy. There's a moment when watches do make me happy.
Yes, when you buy them and when you sell them.
Yeah, exactly. If you, it's a funny you said that because oh, Thomas Burnett, thank you very much for your super chat, sir. We appreciate that.
Thomas Burnett, what a fantastic super chat here. It's Friday night live with the Pontiff. Blue shirt Buddha. Blue shirt Buddha. And I'm wearing the bluesy back on my wrist.
What a guy Blue Shirt Buddha was. What a guy. He will be missed really forever. As long as there's an Archieverse, there'll be a memory for our dear friend Blue Shirt Buddha. We have a big, very nice, very generous super chat from one and only Patel Philippe Archie. This is. I think Patel is busy tonight, but he still manages to send very nice support. As always, thank goodness for this guy.
Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness for the zeal is in the house. We do appreciate everything he does for us. Tell me this, Bear. Tell me this. With the watches themselves there, what is the story there? How are you going? You mentioned
Can we
before
put
you
the
might
super
be.
chat? Can we acknowledge the super chat? Did we acknowledge the super chat?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Tanzil, legend, absolute legend. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart
So
for
do I,
helping
Tanzil.
us.
So do I. So do I. We have
Yeah.
another super chat. This one is from the smartest man in Australia, P. Clan.
Ah, P. Clan, smartest guy in Australia. Lovely guy. $2. Let's go. Run the show, big boy.
Amen
Run
to that. Amen to
the
that.
show, big boy.
So today's topic of the stream, I see you put a lot of thought behind it. Um, and that's getting a cheap laugh at your account, by the way. I do that. Did you know that? I get a cheap laugh
Cheap
on
laugh.
your account, Archie. And you know what
Yes.
else I do, Archie? I mock you. I mock you in the
Mock
chat.
you.
I'm a nasty fucker, Archie. Um,
Okay. I
so
deserve it,
do
Bear. Don't worry. I
yeah,
deserve it.
fuck. Who cares, Archie? Do more watches make you happy? You know, I'll be honest with you, Archie. I love
Yes.
watches. I really
Yes.
do love watches. Um, do they make me happy? You said something very, very profound. They make us happy when we buy them, and they make us happy when we sell them. Those are the pinnacles of happiness when it comes to this crazy hobby. Do we
Yes.
actually feel the same happiness while we own them and wear them and enjoy them? Do we? Do we? Or it's kind of like a, almost, almost like losing that high that we get when we buy it. Did you ever experience in your many years of buying and selling watches and owning them that you have more pleasure in owning a watch than buying it and selling it? Please tell me.
Look, I think that the happiness is longing for it. I got to tell you what makes me happy. It's not so much just buying these watches, it's the community, the Archieverse, the friends you have in this hobby. And
You have friends, Archie?
you have no friends. I look, I
Do you
I
actually
think,
have a friends in Archivers? Do you feel like you have a friends in Archivers?
yeah, I do. I do have some good friends. Okay, I have some really good friends.
It's good, man. I'm glad to hear that because there's a there's a shtick, there's a joke and all that, and often we play that persona that we sometimes play on the streams, but ultimately. I think you have some good friends in this community of yours. The community you kind of created from very beginning, and then I came in and destroyed everything, right?
You try your best, Bear. I honestly, I never once think you've done anything against it. It's I think honestly, Bear, sometimes in life things don't always go the way you expect them to, and you take the good with the bad.
Right.
Um, and I got to be honest with you, Bear. I I actually think the watches. You know, can I tell you something? Why do we like watches, right? And I think in many ways, have you tried not wearing a watch?
Yes,
It drives me crazy.
I know. I'm so
My
used to
wife
having a
said to
watch.
me the other day, "What time is it?" I said, "Oh, I think it's 3 o'clock." She goes, "No, it's not." And it's time to me being punctual and on time. See, watches were actually for wealthy people because in the olden days, when we were peasants and feudalism,
Hmm.
you couldn't manage your time if you didn't know what part of the day it was. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
So to actually be able to know the time was quite a valuable thing.
Right.
And what what happens with watches is I've always been mesmerized by mechanical things, knickknacks, knickknacks, little things that do something. Like, let's be honest with you, a box of screws and pinions and wheels and cogs can mark off time. It's a pretty amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. And I I got to be honest with you, Bear. You look at some of these 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 watches and that, and it goes back down to a just a an interest we had as kids. What did we collect? Little things that do something. And I think in so many ways it's the people that are attracted to it that make this hobby so cool. Like, let's face it, if
Hmm.
you were just collecting this shit yourself, you had no one to talk to, no outside exposure,
Hmm.
it'd be really boring.
True.
It's like collecting screws or, you know, collecting corkscrews or something like that, right?
Hmm.
And the fact that we've got people who talk about it and you feel like it's your
Maybe
niche.
maybe even collecting clips from your show and other shows. That's also collecting, right?
Yes, 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 and using them against me and making more money out of it than I do. But that's
Right.
beside the point. That's always the way it goes, with these. I've got to tell you something. The watches themselves. I want to bring something up here, and this is a watch that I really do love. Tan got this Explorer, right? Now let's face
Yes.
it. Tan can buy virtually anything he wants. Okay,
Yeah, pretty much.
but this is something he really loves. Three hand, no date, no superfluous functions or no timer. No, just a very simple.
Yeah, just a really remarkable build and design that is refined through the decades, and very iconic dial, which is copied but never replaced, and watch that speaks the story behind it. There's such a great story, even if it's a marketing scheme. It's still a story. Watch that is entry level Rolex watch, yet it has such a power behind it. As you said, he could buy anything really, watch wise, and he does have some serious pieces. But this watch rekindles his love for Rolex and love for watches. I'm not surprised. I think Explorer. I always been a huge fan of the Explorer, and I
Yes.
think there is no serious watch enthusiast that doesn't appreciate this watch. You might not make this watch your first choice while buying your Rolex. You might go for many other choices, but you will always show certain appreciation and respect for this piece.
We've got Easy joining us. Hello, Easy. How are you?
Archie, Archie, hi. How are you, brother?
Hey, okay. What are you up to?
Well, we're off because there's a storm in Hanoi,
Yeah.
and we haven't had a storm like this for 25 years. The bloody mother-in-law came in, and she said there hasn't been a storm like this for 25 years. God bless her heart. So we're all staying in. Yeah,
Wow. Yes, the weather is very, very storm. You're correct. Correct point. Correct point.
yeah,
Typhoon, super typhoon hits. It's approaching China. Yes, correct. Correct.
yeah, and it hasn't hit. We had a little bit of sort of a prelude yesterday, but it's going to hit after lunch, and apparently there's going to be like 11 to 12 mils in a couple of hours, so it's going to be
Okie dokie.
huge. And yeah, we're all staying in. We're keeping our watches dry.
Are you staying dry yourself there? You like a drink yourself, don't you?
I don't mind a little drink. Yeah.
What have you been drinking lately?
Um. Oh, mate. No, I like a beer, and I like a vodka and coke.
Vodka and Coke. Yep, very, very good.
But if I,
Tell me this.
but
What do
my
you think of this
favorite drink.
Explorer on the screen? What do you think? This is Tan's watch.
Oh,
Is this the perfect men's watch?
oh, mate, that is clean. That is very clean. That is one and done. One and done. Like that for any man. Like you got to be happy with that. That is beautiful. Yep, absolutely beautiful. It is so crisp, and it's very clean. Like I would wear that as an everyday watch to every event. That is that is the ultimate. That is the ultimate everyday sort of wearer. Yep, one and done.
One and done. Um, Bear. We were saying there with the watches there. You were talking
Hey, I
before.
just want to say hi to Easy. You are in Vietnam, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Hi.
Nice. We were actually
Yeah.
talking. We were talking 2 days ago, Archie and I, about retirement, and Vietnam came as an option, as something that could provide a nice country to retire at. That's
Well,
relatively safe.
Archie likes his Vietnam, and he likes to go to Da Nang and Hoi An, and Archie's often said, "Am I right, Arch, that you could sort of retire here?" Yeah, Bear. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is fantastic place to be, Bear. It is a
How long
yeah.
you been in Vietnam, Easy?
Oh, oh, I've been here for many years. 16 years I've been here.
Oh wow.
16 years. Yeah, yeah. I came here when I was 29, and because I was into the trekking. You see, I went to South America to trek, and I came over here to trek, and I discovered sort of Hanoi, and I thought, well, it'd be great to live here for a year, and 16 years later, I'm still here, sort of thing, you know?
Cool,
Would you ever
cool.
move back to Australia?
Oh, mate, I would love to move back to Australia, but I can't afford it. Like, I don't have a house in Australia anymore, and I don't have $1 million, to buy a house.
I have a question when you say that. You say you would love to move back to Australia. What's the main reason that you would love to move back to Australia?
Oh, Bear. Um, Look, don't get me wrong. I have a wife here now and that, but then, they're not our people, Bear. And I know that sounds horrible, and I'm going to get a lot of comments and that, but they just don't think like us, Bear. And a lot of people will say, "Well, easy. How can you say that? Because you married a Vietnamese." And
Mhm.
my answer is this: I married a woman. I didn't marry the country.
Excellent point.
Do you have children, Easy?
No, mate. No, my wife has a couple of boys, but they're 16 and the oldest one is over 20. So the 16-year-old lives with us, and the
Yes.
oldest boy is out. Which they're great kids. They are brilliant kids, and
Beautiful.
but I would love to move back to Melbourne because I'm a Melbourne bloke, but I don't have $1 million to buy a house.
Very quickly there, Patel Philippe, member for 19 months. Easy, tell us about AC3 and Lux at Soy Cowboy.
Patel, tell us about AC3 and Lux at Soy Cowboy. Um, uh, no, I never went to Soy Cowboy with AC3. Actually, AC3 prefers the Silom, the Silom area. And
Yes, no, we had a great time there. Thailand was a fantastic time there. It's funny you say that. Melbourne has gone really crazy in the last couple of years. The last 10 years, houses have become incredibly expensive,
oh
and
yeah, yeah.
it's funny. I'm in Australia, and I dream of living in a country like Vietnam or Thailand or somewhere like that. You're in Vietnam, and you dream of coming back to a country like Australia. That's kind of
Yeah, I know.
Is this the famous old rule that grass is always greener?
I think you're absolutely fucking, you're absolutely right there, Bear. The grass is always bloody greener. Yes, it is. Yep.
Sam Davidson, £2. Love the pontiff. Love the pontiff. It.
Love the pontiff. Love the pontiff.
So tell me this, Easy. How long can you stay in Vietnam on a visa? How long are you able to stay? Can you stay indefinitely there?
Oh yeah. But the
Do you
odd
mind
thing is, Arch.
if I actually just interrupt for 1 second?
Yep.
There's one thing, Archie, you did not notice, but your dear friend, a great guy,
Yes.
Nelson Oliveira, has upgraded his membership to the highest platinum level at the beginning of the show.
Wow.
Thank you to Pavel for reminding us. That's a definitely significant level, and coming from a guy who's been supporting you for years, genuinely no show off, no guy that ever asks for anything, but always just wanted something good for the show. It's up to you, Archie, what you want to say. I would certainly go full screen and address Nelson.
Hey, Nelson Oliveira, I really do appreciate your generous support there. It's fantastic to have you here. And a big thank you for very kindly supporting the show. Thank you so much for that. That's really, really, really kind. So, Nelson, thank you so much for that great show of support for the
Good
stream.
on you, Nelson. Good on you, Nelson.
Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful,
Um.
beautiful work. There are two things, Arch, over here that really stink. Now, if you have a Vietnamese wife, you
Yes.
still have you still have to get a visa every 3 years. Now
Yes.
try now try doing that in Australia. They'll bloody lock you up. Like any Vietnamese husband or wife in Australia, no, they don't need a visa when you get married. You're a permanent sort of resident. That's
No, no,
one.
no, that's not the case. You're not in Australia. You've got to apply. No, it's not that easy.
Yeah, fine. But when you get over there and you get hitched, you're there for life, baby. You're there for life. Over here, it's a visa every 3 years. The
That's
second thing is you can't even own your own home. Okay, you can have an apartment or a condo, but you
yeah.
can't own a home. That's called sort of racism. Yeah. And yeah.
So
But
tell me
if you
this.
say, but if you
Yeah,
say sort of racism over here, they say go back to fucking Australia. They don't give a shit. No, no, they're
yeah.
absolute fucking turds. They are turds.
Well, it's a lot of Asian countries are like that. I don't know if it's just Vietnam. There's a lot of Asian countries that are like that, and it's
No, I
funny.
know. No, I
It
know that. But you
Yeah.
try doing that in Australia, they fucking lock you up for being a racist.
Well,
Asians can
no,
own
no.
an own
Australia's got very
home.
stringent. We've got very stringent entry requirements. Australia, believe you me, it's no fucking walk in the park. I can assure you, it is
Yeah.
no walk in the
Yeah,
park.
fine. But when you're in, you're in. When you're in, you're in. Now I know they got,
It actually
you
costs
know, quite.
thousands of dollars. The government really, it's awful. But I get what you're saying. Tell me this: do you regret not mo- with the situation with houses and that there? Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
now 46. Is that correct?
yep.
So in all reality, you'll probably never own a home in Australia unless you inherit one.
No, no, I won't. No,
And
but I've got my own home over here, and
yes,
you know, my wife has her own home. But the thing is, my home is under my wife's fucking name, which is fine. But you got to trust them. You got to trust them, and you got to choose wisely. Choose wisely, my friend. Yeah.
yeah, no, I completely get it. Um, yeah, yeah. It is a very tricky thing. I must agree with you. Tell me this: are
Yep.
watches a big thing for you? Is wristwatches a big thing for you? Do you love the watches? What's the story with the watches?
I love a good whist watch, as you would say, a whist watch. Yes, I no, I think to go out with a lovely watch on your wrist is a great thing, and no, I always love a good wristwatch. Yep, yep. Yeah, you're not dressed because I like because of my job. I like to have a nice watch on the wrist.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And I think it's a great thing. And you know, yeah, I know it sounds old sort of fashioned, but I like, to wear a watch and it looks nice and and you feel good if you got a nice, watch on your wrist. It's a great thing, Arch. Tell me this: what happened to Clivers? What happened to Clivers?
Oh, he does come on. However, it's he's in the hobby still. Look, he comes on. He makes many appearances here. That's let me say that to you. He does come on here, and
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Clive he's a great guy. Mark Goldberg is a great guy. He still comes on frequently.
Uh,
Clive is himself there. He has he's still in the hobby.
yeah.
But it's one of those things there. It's a hobby where people come into it, and it's like anything. Eventually, people you just have different feelings on it, and
Yeah.
it just changes. But I got to tell you, a nice Rolex. Would you buy a Rolex yourself? How do you feel on that? Or do you even care about Rolex?
I love a good Rolly. As I told you before, I bought the no date sub many years ago now. That's quite nice, but it's not like a watch that you can wear for teaching, but it's quite nice.
Yeah, and tell me this, is the teaching doing well in Vietnam?
Uh, Mate, you can, like, if you hustle, and I tell you, because I've been here for a long time, and I can tell you what the wages are. If you hustle and you
Yeah.
work through the week, okay, Monday to Friday, and you have a Saturday, and I'm not talking you have to work every morning and afternoon, but you're working sort of full time, and you got your evening classes, but you're not exhausting yourself. Um, you can easily make 3.5 grand Aussie tax free a month. That's that's not bad. Now I know that's not a lot in Australian terms, but you have to understand, the living here is quite cheap. So if you can make your 3.5 Aussie a month, cash in hand, no tax, that's not bad.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. So you can earn okay money, but it's
Yes,
on an Australian perspective, it's difficult. It's difficult.
yes, yes. But you know, and over here, you would spend, like, if you just eat, local food, yourself, you can eat here for
Can we
about,
turn the camera on? Can we say hello to you?
$6 or $7 a day. Now that's unheard of in Australia. You can't eat for $6 or $7 a day in Australia.
Yeah. Can we turn the camera on and say hello to you?
No, the fish looks better than I do.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. It's I got to tell you, it's a wonderful spot there. Which part of Vietnam are you in?
Well, I'm up in the north there, Hanoi.
Hanoi. Oh, I see. Hanoi. Hanoi.
You,
Very. Is there a watch
yeah,
scene there? Do you have a much of a watch scene?
ah, mate. There is a Rolex, um, there is a Rolex outlet here, but they don't have a lot of stock. Uh, there's not really, yeah, like the high sort of flyers do have their sort of rollies and that, but the average, Joe doesn't. No, they just have the knockoffs. But now I tell you this, and I tell all of the viewers, there is a lot of money here, Arch. Like, there's a lot of money in Hanoi. Like, you should see the cars that are driving a Porsche and
I got a super chat. Rich Mitch, £2. Is there much watch crime in Vietnam?
no, Rich, no, no, I haven't been bothered, and I haven't seen any watch crime here.
No watch crime.
Another super chat, Archie, from
We got a
Thomas
great
Burnett.
super chat from a great supporter, Thomas Burnett. £5. What is the perfect number of watches to consolidate down to that you get real wearing out of? Do you think 3 is good? 5 is nice? What is too much? Good question. Bear, I think the happiest I was when I had a collection with 3 pieces. I had a Patek. I had the 5107 Patek white gold. I had a Explorer 1 like Tans, except it was actually 36.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a Datejust steel with white gold bezel. Those 3 watches. And I really felt by having a smaller, I never felt happiness, just unique happiness as I did with that little collection, Bear.
Mhm.
But I think, you know, the problem is we collect these things, and we get very, what's a nice number? I look, you know, I wish in the future, to be honest with you, Bear, I really want to have about, I'd love to have 8. I think 8 to 9, 10. 10 is 10, 10, 10, 10, Bear. 10 is, what do you think is a good number for you
I'm going to be
feasibly?
honest with you. I never really put my thought. Just a second. Just Hop just texted me. Hang on.
And we've just
What's
got
up, guys?
Watch Lounge. Machine Gun Chris is joining us. How are you, Chris?
Good, good. Been staying busy. How about you guys?
Hey, pretty good. Pretty good.
Hey, Chris.
How are you going, Chris? What's
How's it going?
happening in the watch world? How is work? How is everything working out? How are you?
Good, good. Glad to be back home in Myrtle Beach, and Watch Cage is actually doing really, really well now. We've been selling. Actually, this week's been one of our busiest weeks. We're doing about 2-3 pieces a day on average right now, so things are definitely picking up. So everything's going good. How about you?
Hey, look, we've had some ups and downs. We've had some ups and downs. But we like to try and provide good entertainment on the stream. That's what we try and do, is try and provide. Let me ask you something, Thomas. Sorry, Chris. What's happening with your collection itself? Do you have a dream watch you want to get? You want to get a Rolex? What is it you're aiming towards now?
It changes daily, but the one thing that I think realistic-wise that I do want to add to the personal collection is that new Tudor Black Bay, the monochrome black, the black.
Yes.
Can I
I
respond to
think I
that
will
super
probably
chat,
end up.
Archie?
Yes.
I just wanted to finish my thought.
Yes, sir.
Thomas Burnett, thank you for your donation, for your super chat. I think it's a question that is asked of many of us watch enthusiasts. What is too much? What is too much? The way I look at it, my friend, it's kind of like this. It's too much when it actually hurts you financially. When you feel that the watches are becoming an issue to your financial decisions and regular life. That's how I kind of perceive what's too much. Everyone's financial ability,
Absolutely
yeah.
correct.
Everyone's financial abilities are different. We're all different. We live in a different environment, different countries, different incomes. We have a different expenses. So you kind of have to figure out on your own what you can afford. That's from the perspective what's too much. The number of watches, well, I kind of tend to agree with philosophy that quality over quantity should be the guiding light. But in the same time, don't restrict yourself from enjoying more economic timepieces. So that would be my answer, my best possible answer to your very, very important question. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to give proper attention to the super chat.
Exactly. No worries.
How's it
there.
going,
That sounds
Bear? Long time no talk.
Not bad, my friend. Watched your video. You're looking good. Nice hair, man. You fix yourself good. You're doing good job on the independence.
Thanks.
I wish you all the luck, man. I really think you're putting a fair effort, and I think it's going to pay off. I have a question for Easy.
Appreciate that, Bear.
Hey,
Please.
Easy, did you
Yep.
ever experience a girl there telling you, "Hey, baby, you got girlfriend in Vietnam," and you say to her, "No, not just this minute," and did she say, "Well, baby, me so horny, me love you long time."
Well,
You,
okay. Before.
and then you say, "Yeah, we might party. How much?" And she says to you, $15, and you go $15 for both of us. That's your buddy.
Now, Bear, can I just interrupt you for a second?
Of course,
It's
you may.
it's not 1967 anymore.
I know, but
It's
like it
not.
or not, the stereotypes are there, and you can't get rid of them. Every time you mention Vietnam, uh, forgive me for this, and this is maybe terrible
No
thing, but
problem. You can ask away. You're a great.
that scene, and my
Yes, I
favorite.
know. I know.
And then
Yeah.
he goes, $5 each. I mean, he's like Archie. He negotiates. He wants the value. He wants value. And she says she's now want to offer response that she's giving a high value, high quality, that she's saki, and she's gonna love you too much. And then Archie says, well, $5 is all my mom allows me to spend. Is that right, Archie?
Yes, and what he says is, what does $5 get me? Anything you want, baby.
Super chat from Frank V. Thank you,
Where
Frank
is
V.
Bear from? Bear, where are you from, brother?
I
He's
am
in
Serbian. I was born in Belgrade, Serbia, and
Uh,
I lived in London, England for a while. And now I am lucky to live in a great country of Canada.
uh-huh. Okay.
Here we go.
Yep.
Frank V, $2. Arch, play the
Beautiful.
awful penis down there clip. What clip is that?
I have no idea. Penis down there clip. I don't know, Frank. Can you please elaborate on that without super chat? Just tell us in a chat what exactly are you referring to. I have no idea, Archie. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm not sure either.
Jimmy,
He's
that's true. That's true. I never lie.
I'm not sure.
Bear, that's a hell of a combination. You're from Serbia, you lived in England,
Hmm.
now you're in Canada. That's a hell of a combination.
Yeah, yeah.
How what's your line of business, if I can ask?
Of
Oh,
course you may. Hospitality. I've been in hospitality since I left my country of origin. As the guy, new immigrant in England, you don't have many options, and
Yeah.
without the papers, working in restaurants, washing dishes and cleaning was the only option to get off the street. Later on, I was blessed to be hired by the great Irish people to work in the only, not only, but the main Irish pub in London, Argyle Arms, near Piccadilly Square. Lived in Brixton, lived in Brixton for a while.
Yeah.
And that was a Brixton before it was posh, more like a Jamaican area. So I
Yeah.
think I was the only white guy in the neighborhood at that time. And then I moved to Barons Court. It was pretty nice. Tried to get a permanent citizenship in UK. Unfortunately, they turned me down. But Canada, I applied for Canada, Australia, US, South Africa, and Canada was the country that gave me opportunity, and I'm thankful to them for eternity. And
Yeah.
that's the best country in the world, in my humble opinion.
No, you're a great, you're a great man, and the reason I like you is you're humble, you
Thank you.
see, and you try to teach anyone about being humble. No, they don't fucking no, they don't understand, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just be humble, people. Be humble.
Humble is the
Like,
good thing to be. I agree with you there. I
yeah,
agree.
yep, yep, and Australia is the worst. Like Australia to get into, they're so strict. Okay, one of my bosses over here, he's a multi-millionaire, and they still refused his bloody visa. He said, he said, easy. If they refuse my visa one more time, I hate Australia. Australia is very strict, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately, that seems to be the case. Actually, they are explaining that's a clip in which you discussed the lady boys.
Oh my, jeez.
I think this is one with Jono. I think that's the one with Jono.
Find that.
I don't know. Look at your. Don't you have some clips there behind
How,
your
how is the old boy, Mr. Jono? How is he? Is he still kicking, Arch?
Yes, he's still he's doing well. I visited him in Melbourne. He's late 69, 69, I think. And no, he's
Oh, that's good.
Jono is he's a great 59. Sorry, what's he? 55. What age is he? Sorry, what? 69. 69. He's turning seven. Fuck. Yeah. I tell you what, time goes so quickly, Bear. I
Yeah.
want to, you know,
So
the
can you
thing is,
provide that clip or no?
I let's have a look where this clip is, Bear. I have no idea. Archie Luxury, is it an Archie Luxury clip? I'll have a look.
No, I like you, Bear, because
Thank you,
you
Ethan.
talk real. And that's important. It is important, Bear,
Thank you.
because a lot of
I think
people,
I think I've made that clip private, Bear, because I
yeah,
cannot find it. I'm trying to find it. I cannot find it. I'm sorry. YouTube went through a very woke element where a lot of clips I had to take, a lot of videos I had to take silent. But I think that was one of them, I'm afraid, because I'm just trying to find it and it's not coming
While
up
you're
in my.
looking, I just want to respond to Cousin Angelic. Yeah, Cousin Angelic, it's a very good that you know that. Neil Young is definitely Canadian, and yes, he does collect the steam engines, the little trains. Yeah, he's into that like Archie. Um, so just some of the mentions for the great Canadian rock musicians. Brian Adams is Canadian. Tragically Hip is Canadian. Rush is Canadian. Alanis Morissette is Canadian. The Guess
Alanis
Who is
Morissette.
Canadian. Um,
Ryan Reynolds is too, isn't he? Did you mention him?
Ryan Reynolds. I'm talking here more musicians because our friend Angelic is a musician.
Okay.
Justin Bieber, he's the Nickelback, I think. Blue Rodeo, I don't know if you guys know for Blue Rodeo. I think majority of Canadians are fans of a Rush. That seems to be the. If you ask me, how do Canadians perceive their biggest achievement in rock music? They'll probably mention Rush. But yeah, Neil Young, definitely, man. That's right, Mr. Wilkinson, Leonard Cohen. Very good, very good.
Leonard Cohen. Fuck, that's a bit dry.
Garth Neggers. Yeah, Suckerhorn is immortal. Yes, you are correct, sir.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, that's we believe that, at least in this cult of ArchieLuxury, that's the belief. Yeah.
Yeah. Question for Arch. What
Yes,
happened to the guy from, I think he's from the Western Australia, and he bought your bluesy gold sub? Do you still talk to him? I think he went to Bangkok with you and Suckerhorn one time, and he bought your bluesy. Remember that bloke,
oh, Marky. Yes, the solid
Marky?
gold bluesy.
Marky, yes, he was
Yeah,
from
I'm in
Perth.
touch with Marky. Yes.
Yeah, does he still have it?
No, he sold it actually. He ran into some financial difficulties and he sold it for personal reasons.
Ah, but he was a great sort of character, wasn't he? He was always a bit sort of crazy, right?
Oh, definitely. Always crazy. Always crazy guy. Yes, definitely. And I want to have a shout out to Gin Tingler. He bought me this beautiful. I got a bottle of vintage wine last week. The Gin Tingler.
Archie, I've been criticized for encouraging your drinking at the early hours. Just so you know, apparently that's my fault.
No problems. No problems at all, Bear. I don't drink too much. It's Let me ask you this, Bear. Bear, I've
Back
got to
in the
tell you this.
day, Bear. But, okay, back in the day, old Arch used to get on the bottle and buy watches, and then the next day on the stream, he used to say, "Oh, what the hell have I done?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Archie, you
bought
wanted to
this
ask me
dog."
something, Archibald.
That's exactly right.
What did you want to ask?
What I was going to ask you is, Bear, with everything that's gone on there, you made it to Canada. You've got an amazing watch collection.
Yeah, I'm blessed. But more
What
than anything, I'm blessed finding a good woman. That's what made a whole lot of difference for me.
what was the
Uh,
first luxury watch you discovered in the Western world, Bear?
in the Western world, that's a good question. What was the first watch that I discovered in the Western world? That I bought or that I seen?
That you had interest in?
Oh, Rolex. Always some type of Rolex. To be honest with you, uh, I trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I always aspired to have Rolex watch. That's something that I think left in my mind. I think the first time, my first experience with luxury in the Western world was the event that I attended with my good friend Khaled Ibrahim, Egyptian gentleman who picked me up on the streets of England when I was
Yes,
homeless and helped me
that's
out.
correct. He did that for Ramadan, wasn't it?
That is correct. And he helped me with accommodation. He helped me get a job, better job. He taught me English and so on. So we actually he invited me to this event that was held by the Mr. Mohammed El Fayed. Um,
Yes.
and this was Egyptian businessman gathering. Owner of the Harrods and very very famous gentleman. And I think this was the first time I had the opportunity to see what luxury looks like in a real world. I remember seeing a lot of gold watches. At that time, I wasn't even probably paying attention on what they are. But I think that Mr. Mohammed Fayed was wearing actually day date 36 millimeter and yellow gold uh, soprano actually the gold dial. And I think that was the first time that watch made some type of impact on me besides everything else. My first Rolex watch was not then. My first Rolex watch was purchased in Canada, and it was the Rolex Precision, mechanical winding, not even automatic. I regret selling that watch. I really do because it actually meant a lot. It was almost like a trophy, something that I achieved after working very very hard. And yeah, it's gone now. It's who knows. I hope whoever wears it has a little bit of my good luck and a little bit of good life that I had opportunity to live in Canada. And God bless that person, and I hope they wear it in a good health.
Yes. You know what? I want to ask you something, Bear. I'm not talking about the most expensive watch, but just what watch do you wish you could get back? If you could get any watch back, what watch is it you wish you could get back?
That would be the one I wish I can get back. Nothing else, really, to be honest with you. Anything that I had or sold, I don't miss. It's gone. It's done. Um, so I don't have any regrets, if that's what you're asking me.
Yes. Bear, perfect little collections. You've never been a car man. Are you a car man, Easy?
No, mate. Like in Australia, the best, and your father had one. The best car I had, which was beautiful, was a Honda Euro Luxury Accord.
Yes,
And
they're
your
beautiful
father had
cars.
a Honda Accord. They're, they are pretty nice. A Honda
Yeah.
Euro Luxury Accord, about 55 grand. They're fine.
You had
Like,
that in Australia.
yeah, yep.
Wow, amazing stuff. Okay, Bear, let's have a look here. You've just sent. Oh, Bear, look at this. You love this watch, Bear. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you're thinking, Bear.
What I'm thinking, Archie, is that today, after a long, long time, it's been a while. I received a call and from my AD, and I'm pulling the trigger. I'm going to be picking up this watch. I'm going to my AD next Thursday, and this is the watch that I'm picking up. This is the so-called nickname Bruce Wayne on a
Master
Jubilee
2,
bracelet.
very nice. Yeah,
Very nice.
and Master 2. Okay.
Can you get that at retail, Bear?
Well, I got it from my authorized dealer.
Wow, Bear.
Yeah, I was
Very.
actually very happy, to be honest with you. I haven't really got the last Rolex I got was about 3 months ago. It was actually the day just. I haven't bought watches since I've been on break from Archiverse. You know that, I told you that. And this is after a while he contacted me and he said, I have a nice surprise for you. He didn't even have to ask, are you interested? Of course I'm interested. There is nobody would say no to this watch, I assume.
Do you prefer this to the Pepsi, Bear?
I never owned this watch. No, 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 no. I can say that with certainty. That Pepsi is by far my favorite Rolex. Um,
What
but
watch did you really want to see me get in the all the
Pepsi,
time?
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Why do you think I won't get a Pepsi, Bear?
I think you don't really like Pepsi, to be honest with you. I think you find, for some reason, maybe I'm just guessing here. You're asking me, so I'll tell you what I'm thinking. You might not like strong colors on a watch. That could be one thing, because red and blue really stands out.
Mhm.
You also might be a guy who kind of has a certain aversion toward hype pieces. I also think you despise the idea of paying premium for the watch. So those would be some of the factors I think prevent you from pulling that trigger, because realistically you could, based on what you own, but you simply refuse to do that. You're a guy that from very beginning of your show always seeks the value for the money, and you don't really like high pieces. You never really own any high pieces, as far as I remember, and you like quality that's justified. You like to get something that looks more expensive than it costs.
We got a great super chat here, Mr. Turkey, $5. Why can't we be satisfied with one watch? Why is it so hard to find the perfect watch? Does that watch even exist?
That's a fantastic question. That's a really good question, Archie.
I
Mr.
think
Turkey, you are among the niche group of people who have a bit of a problem. We have a bit of obsession with the hobby, right? So the answer we are going to give you is going to be certainly different than the answer you would receive from person outside our hobby. Um, I think we are collectors to begin. I think we love the watches. I think we continue to search for perfect, so-called perfect timepiece, which truly doesn't really exist. There's nothing perfect. But
Yeah.
during that journey, we enjoyed the journey. We enjoyed the whole process of discovering new pieces, trying new pieces, going after, researching, learning about it. Now,
The whole journey,
right.
as you would
And
call it.
hi, Mikey.
Hi,
And
hi, hi,
The
Darren.
thing is, about these hobbies, call it watches. I'm I'm into snakes and I keep snakes. Now the thing
Holy
about any
fuck!
hobby,
You keep snakes!
yeah,
Fuck
I breed.
me, they're dangerous fuckers. What sort of snakes do you keep?
He's a
I
herp.
keep.
Mike!
I keep. I keep. Green tree pythons. And the thing about any hobby is, it's the hunt. It's the thrill of the chase.
Yep.
That is
Bear, do you
like
like
kind
snakes,
of the
Bear?
watches.
no, the
I
only
jumped
snake,
on just
the only snake I like is Mike the Snake.
I jumped on to answer this question because there really is no one perfect watch until watches isn't your main like hobby priority. As soon as like right now, I'm really dying for a motorcycle. I've missed my fucking Ducati so fucking bad. It's not even funny. And I'm this close to selling off my last and only nice watch to get my hands on a used bike, but I'm not going to do it because it just I got to have one nice watch. But at the same time, like let's say you move on, you move on to a different hobby. So you drop watches and you go full on into motorcycles. Well, then you settle on one watch and you say this is it. This is good enough for me. This is what I'm running with, and you go with it, right? Like a sub or even just a Seiko, and but like when you come to the end of your journey with watches, that's when you find the perfect watch, and it's the watch that you settle on, when you've ended your watch escapades, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it all depends on what's your true passion, right? If your true passion are watches, the chances are you will continue seeking watches and looking at watches, and
Of
even if
course.
you cannot afford to buy it,
Yeah.
which can happen, that's normal life, right?
Yeah,
That
then
doesn't
that's my problem.
But that doesn't stop you from researching, reading, watching videos. Hobby lives in many forms.
Oh, and you can
Now,
have multiple hobbies too. That's the problem.
at
You
one
know.
time when I was running my own YouTube channel, I dedicated channel to the whole idea of seeking a perfect watch journey
Yes!
for.
I remember that videos, Bear.
Thank you. And in all honesty, I always did it in the most transparent and honest way. I always talked about the watches that I actually buy, that I owned with my own money, what I experienced, why I love them, and they would come and go and come and go and come and go. And throughout that whole process, in all honesty, after going through hundreds of pieces, um, I never was able to come to that conclusion. What's the one and done? What's the perfect piece? Because at one point in that journey, you might encounter a timepiece that you will feel is it. But 2 weeks later, you might completely change your mind. We are very complex in our emotions, in our the liking of something is very deep and complex feeling. It carries a certain memories, it carries a certain emotions, and it fluctuates, it changes because we are ongoing, we are changing all the time. We are changing as a human beings. This is why I
You're
don't think there is such.
absolutely correct, Bear. You're absolutely correct. Yep.
And on the other hand, I see people who are not into our hobby and who wear the watch as really a tool to tell them time. They don't think like us. That's a different thing. They think primarily about fair price, good comfort, easy to use. And one of the reasons that our hobby is slightly dying is because that whole concept of having a tool to tell you the time is becoming redundant because we are surrounded with tools that are not watches that are telling
See,
us the
what's happened
time.
is what Bear Rolex used to make tool watches. Now they've become a watch for tools.
I see.
And I got to tell you this seriously,
Another
Bear.
spin on the Porsche
You
joke,
know,
Archie.
I got to tell you, you know why? I think, Bear, why can't we be satisfied by one watch? We can. You know what, Bear? If I had to have one watch out of my entire collection, what do you think it would be?
Speedy,
I don't know.
speedy.
I honestly don't know, Arch.
I'd have to say Bluesy, the Bluesy, Bear.
If I
I
would
would have
have to
guessed a
guess, yeah.
Polar.
The what?
I would have guessed Polar Explorer, but you seem to really like that watch as well.
I
a
also
lot.
think, Mikey, that it changes. Tomorrow it might be another one. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. You know, we're just
We got
spitballing,
another
right?
super chat. We got Mr. Turkey, $2. What is happiness? Happiness.
by the way, thank
Happiness.
you. Before the super chat, I want to thank Mr. Turkey for becoming a YouTube member of ArchieLuxury live stream channel.
Congratulations.
That's a very kind gesture, and thank you, man. Thank you for great support. He is a brigade level, Mr. Turkey. Welcome to the brigade levels
Nice.
membership. Go ahead, Arch.
What is happiness? And you know what happiness is, Bear?
Depends who you ask.
Yeah.
Happiness is being grateful for the gifts you were given and not too upset.
Correct.
Not too upset for
Well,
the unfortunate
that's the correct answer.
Real.
and not too upset with the unfortunate things that happen. That is life. And I got to be honest with you. You know when I was most happy, Bear?
Yeah, I think that also happiness is a warm gun. I agree. Pound the drums.
I love
Y-
how Bear says it best.
yes,
Good on you, Bear.
Archie. What was? Tell us. We would like to know. Please disclose to us.
When I just got the new car, Tim used to fill in for me, and I took the wife to the mountain for a breakfast.
Nice.
Now,
That
those
is
days were happiness, Bear. Those days were happy. I honestly was happy. My life has fallen
Archie,
apart
can we
since then.
move Mikey under you because he is actually on camera,
Sorry.
and he shouldn't be hidden behind the super chats. Thank you.
Sorry, I apologize.
I find a lot of happiness in the hunt.
We've got a super chat there. Mr. Turkey,
Hang on,
$5.
Archie was just about to tell us about his happiness. Come on.
My happiness, I tell you, my
No,
happiness was.
Mikey was just about to
Oh,
tell us.
sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, I find I'm most happy when I have a goal set and I'm driving hard to achieve that goal. That's when I'm and achieving that goal.
Mhm.
That's where I find real happiness. You know, aside from the correct answer, which Archie already gave, which is like, you know, being grateful for what you already have and family and all that stuff, right? I mean, okay, well, on the shallow level of hobbies and the shit we like, you know, yeah, you know, the hunt and you know, driving hard to get what you want, you know, setting a goal and attaining that goal is like is waking up in the morning with thinking about it and going to sleep thinking about it. That's like the kind of shit that drives me.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah, you know, and it's just once it's stuck there, it's there. You know, so it's like you're not happy until you've achieved it or you've done your best to attain it.
All right, wonderful.
So,
Wonderful
but
idea there. I got
that's
to
just
tell
one
you,
version of
You have a
happiness.
super
So.
chat, Archie. You actually started, and then I
we got a
interrupted.
super chat Mr. Turkey, $5. Why did most of our fathers and grandfathers typically own one watch? Because that was the thing. Did you know something, Bear?
Mm.
In my case, I got my Rolex. I had a quartz Omega. I actually gave it to my dad because I thought to myself, why the hell would I wear that watch when I got a Rolex? I didn't understand collecting. What, you want more than one?
Yeah.
I never understood that. To have one Rolex was fucking amazing, Bear. This was
Right.
1990, Bear.
My experience is a little bit different. My dad had more than one watch. He was actually collecting watches. And I always had a collector persona. Obviously, I could not always collect the watches, but I always collected something. I think you are born to be collector, and majority of the people who collect watches, they usually have at least one, if not two other collecting hobbies. At least that's my experience from when I talk to other people. And it can be all different stuff. So there you go. Actually, you were a collector of other objects, other things, um, for a long, long time. So that bug of collecting was always there. It just maybe you did not figure out regarding watches at that time yet.
I totally agree, Bear. It's Can I ask you something? If the shit hit the fan, say everything went bad in your life, Bear, would you hesitate to sell some of your expensive watches?
Archie, I was homeless on the street, eating from the garbage, behind the pizza, whatever they throw out in boxes. Can I really go lower than that?
I've been there. I didn't have a watch
So
though.
I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't even think about that stuff anymore. Archie, that's I don't understand your question. When you are in a situation that you have to sell stuff, you sell the stuff. That's illogical question.
Yeah, yeah.
When you
You
have to
gotta,
sell, you sell. When you don't
gotta,
have to sell, you make a decision based on other factors.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Right, Archie?
We just have these
I
horrible first
I
world
find it really
problems of
hard,
like
Bear. I find
which
it hard. I have surreal experiences, Bear.
But what do you mean? Can you explain? Like you ask that question often. Is something bothering you and you're thinking about it, or like why do you ask that question? Can you be honest with us?
I asked that question because I really question some of the high expensive watches in my collection and if I could use that to bring me happiness, Bear.
So are you buying watches exclusively to bring you happiness?
I like buying things that bring me pleasure, Bear.
Okay. Many of us do. That's normal.
But
So.
you know
I've realized, Bear,
Mhm.
I don't really enjoy them as much as I thought I would.
Well, I think it's also it's also normal. This is why
hmm
uh, that's why we have a buyer's remorse or seller's remorse, or not everything is always perfect.
or the
Uh,
urge to move on and move forward and
yeah,
get a different newer one,
yeah,
like it yeah, it just depends on your situation. Like one person might get something and not like it and have to sell it to get another one, whereas another
In
person might
fact,
just
I just
go,
want to
"Oh,
add there,
I'll just
Mr.
get this
Turkey,
one because I like it more."
why did most of our fathers and grandfathers own one watch? That was the thing. There was rationing. After World War II, there was rationing. It was greedy. It was considered greedy to hog stuff that other people could not possibly get. Did you
yeah.
know this, Bear?
Fair enough. I do want to mention we got some super chats waiting.
We got some super chats. We got a super chat from Pavel, $2. No more motorcycles. You can barely walk. I think he's talking to you, Mikey.
I know, but I can still get my leg over that seat, man. And once you're on and rolling, you don't you don't stress your legs too much. So I'm all good.
Pavel, $2 and move Mikey out from under the super chat. Yes, we've done that.
Yeah,
We've
we
got
did that.
SR Bell, $5. AC, would you pleasure Mark G with a fleshlight that looks like a man's asshole until he finishes inside of it for a Sprite? Kermit and Batman. Hey, I would do it for
Oh yeah,
$5,000.
easy.
Well, that's fair enough. Who is Mark? Oh, Mark Goldberg. Archie,
Yeah,
I
think
have
about
a
it.
question. Kind of, Sir Bell actually made me think about it. Modern production GMTs. All right. We have Sprite. Configurations are all same. They are all either Jubilee or Oyster. So we have a Sprite. Then we have the Bruce Wayne. Then we have a Batman or Batgirl, and
What
then
the
we have a
the
Pepsi.
blue
Would you
what?
mind
What is
giving
the
us your order of as per liking, not as per value, as per liking, from 1 to 4? What would be at least liking number 4?
what was the blue watch you mentioned, Bear?
We have Batman or Batgirl, that's blue and black.
Oh, okay.
We have Sprite, which is green and black.
Yeah.
We have Bruce Wayne, which is black and gray. And
Okay,
we have a
that's what
Pepsi.
that's one I didn't know. Black and gray, and then Pepsi.
And then Pepsi, yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I
Archie, would you
thank you.
mind kind of classifying it from your perspective and personal liking? Which one would be the last place and why?
Black.
But that's not modern production. We don't have a black.
It's ceramic.
No, Archie, I'm talking about present modern
Okay,
production.
I would say number one at the high end, I would have to go Pepsi first. I fucking want a Pepsi. I know you don't fucking believe me,
Mhm.
but I really fucking. The only problem is they're just such shit value. They're expensive. Okay, Pepsis are. I love the Pepsi. You know what? When they made it in ceramic, it just pops. The ceramic bezel, just the whole fucking history of it. I honestly would love a Pepsi. Number two, I would have to say, actually, you know what? Number two, I'd go for this one on the screen, the black and the gray.
Mhm.
Number three would be the Batman. Batman. Batman or Batgirl, doesn't matter. And that's it. There's only three, isn't there? There's three in.
No, there's also Sprite. So Sprite would be the last choice.
See, the Sprite doesn't. I love the Sprite, but I don't necessarily want it because I'm not left-handed.
It actually wears kind of cool on the normal left hand. Kind of like the same way as let's say left hand Pelagos, or people like it because the crown doesn't stick into your wrist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all to the different people, different tastes. So is this how you're ranking, Archie? You stay with that decision. So number one, Pepsi. Number two, Bruce Wayne. Number three, Batman, and number four, Sprite.
Yes.
All right, Mikey. Let's see your ranking.
Um, I would probably agree with Archie's decisions. I'd go Pepsi first, and then this one, and then the honestly, I would take the green before the blue and black or purple and black. I just don't like either of those.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I would take the green and then either a Batman girl, Batgirl.
Fair enough. Chris, how about you, brother? Christopher, not with us. Okay. We have a super chat from Malik Diamond.
Malik Diamond, $10. Archie, check my link in WhatsApp. Is this cheap enough? You know what? For that money there, let me tell you this, Malik Diamond. For that money there,
Oh, this is a new one. This is a new one.
I would sell you my Breguet Type 21.
What is this, Archie? What currency is this?
Let me tell you something. This is
Archie,
US
what
dollars.
currency is this, if you don't mind?
This is US dollars. It's European watches in America. Very famous dealer. This is the new Type 20. This is, you notice the sword hands there. So this is actually the improved. The problem with this watch is, Bear, it's too fucking expensive. You know what? Let me tell you something, Malik. Malik, you want to buy a fucking cool watch? Give me 10,000 US. You can have my Breguet. By the way, Bear, I want to make an announcement to you, Bear.
Can I be honest with you? I usually kind of troll you and give you a hard time about that Breguet. Actually, more about JLC. I agree with you. I think that your Breguet Type 21 solid gold is better buy than this watch. And I'm saying that without ounce of joke or shtick or troll. And I love Breguet, but I personally, Malik Diamond, I personally prefer the original Breguet Type 20. Archie had that. He's the one that actually discovered that watch for me personally.
You bought one, Bear.
Yeah, because of you. 6-7 years
But
ago,
you
right,
sold
Archie?
it again, Bear.
Yeah, like everything else, Archie.
So this is the new Type 20 pictured
That's right.
here.
That's
And
right.
can Archie, can you pull up the old Type 20? I'm curious to see that.
Yeah, not the very old, but the one that Archie and I had. Archie, pull up the one we had.
Or I can do it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to ask.
I'm
No,
getting
that's
it
okay.
up
That's
right
okay.
now. I'm
That's
getting
okay.
it for you guys. Just relax.
He might even pull his own, which, by the way, I loved especially because he managed to buy it on a bracelet, which I think was looking so good. Mine wasn't on a bracelet. I actually had two, and we both had a transatlantic. The difference is the one is with a date or no date. I love the design of it. I love the size of 39 millimeter. So, Mikey, you probably would prefer the newer one because it's larger. There's Arches. That's Arches. That's Arches.
Oh, I honestly I like this better.
Yeah, me too.
I
love that watch.
This one,
Archie
the
also
other watch,
managed
the dial.
to find the original box, which was done to represent the air wing. Really cool piece. And you paid this something like, if I remember correctly, like 6,000-7,000 Australian.
The problem with the watch, Bear, was that it had no links. They fucking stole all the links, Bear.
Yeah, you dealt with that problem a bit. But to go back to the super chat from wonderful Malik Diamond, I have to agree with Archie. I don't see the value in that watch, even though aesthetically, mechanically, it's really nice and so on. So if you're talking, is it cheap enough? I have to agree with Pontiff. I don't think it's cheap enough.
No, and I got to tell you something, Bear. The whole thing about these watches is, Malik, I would gladly sell you mine for 10. We got Narcon. We got another super chat from Patel Philippe, $14. 5270G versus 5320 and Datagraph. Hey, Naki Poo, how are you?
I just want to give my sincere apologies to Mike the Snake. I was out of line the other day, Mike. You accept my apology.
Accepted 100%. Forgotten about.
Look. You pay $5,500. It's the $1,500 you paid on tax. It doesn't count.
I don't think so. Like if
Why
somebody
No, I
Why-
was on the line. You pay 16,500. The tax doesn't count.
I paid
Okay.
16.
How much tax was it?
Well, I think our tax is around 9%, right? So
So
Uh,
50.
So 17.6. So you pay 17.6.
yeah, exactly.
All right. So how much did you
there
pay?
go. So go fuck yourself.
How much did the watch cost you?
16,000.
6.
I get it. I get it. So the tax doesn't count. So did you get a rebate?
Of
I got-
course, the tax you
yeah,
get to the rebate.
At the time, it was the top of the bubble, and I went to my
Can
personal.
I ask you something,
person-
Mikey?
Yeah.
Your personal jeweler. Your personal jeweler.
Yes.
Do you personally regret buying that watch?
No, not at all.
End of
Because I
story.
wanted it, and I had the money at that time, and everything.
No,
just
Caesar will
worked
be proud.
out.
Caesar will be looking down and proud. He would have wore that watch.
Actually, yes. If Caesar is alive, he would definitely wear Rolex.
No, Mike, I was out of line. Now, look, so that watch cost you $16,000. You got a rebate. That's all I want to know.
I wore it daily.
That's
I love
right.
that watch, and as well as my James Cameron, which I wore even more.
How much do you pay for the James Cameron?
Same price.
How much?
16.
16?
Yeah.
How much tax?
Same, dude. Tax is tax. You got to pay it when you
Tax
buy
is
shit.
So
at
they're
the
both
store.
out of pocket. They cost.
Caesars. What do you mean to Caesars? Caesars.
All right, so out of pocket, that both cost you 32. The tax doesn't count. Am I right?
Correct. Correct. I answered for him. I'm representing Mikey. Yes.
The pair? Is it?
Yes.
Mikey, you overthinking. Just tell him. Just say yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Don't-
yes, okay. But this is over time. I didn't buy them both at the same time.
And the tax doesn't count. You got a rebate. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, he
I
got
did-
the rebate.
I got them at exactly the same price that I would have paid.
No, I apologize. I apologize. So you pay
I
$16,000.
didn't get any special deal.
I
or
retract
percentage off.
Mike's
No,
apology.
so but I'm confused here. So he
I
pays
was-
$16,000 and he paid the tax, but he got a rebate. So he always says I only pay
I
16.
didn't get a rebate. I paid 16 plus tax.
So the what
was
cost you
given a price-
17.6 then?
Yes,
So why do you tell people 16?
because 16 is.
No, I retract my apology now. No, I
before
retract my
tax.
apology.
Okay, he retracts
You're deceiving
your
us.
apology.
It's
Okay,
the
this-
before
Mikey,
tax
you
price.
retract.
Look,
Mikey, you retract your acceptance.
No,
There
I'm
you go.
retracting my apology.
I don't retract shit because.
I thought you got a
look,
rebate. I thought you got a rebate.
Look, when we're looking up watches, look at all these watches here listed here,
Yes.
right? Do
Yes.
they include tax on their numbers? No. Okay, so when we
So
talk
fuck
about a
you,
watch,
man.
we talk about fucking regular price, like 10,000,
Very
right?
quickly, let's have a look here. We got a handle Patel's $14 super chat.
The tax is
What,
like.
what do you
is
think
an
of this? We got a
afterthought.
5270. This is a Patek perpetual calendar.
How much is that? How much is that, Arch?
That there's over 100 and it's 200.
How much is the tax? How much is the tax?
Tax is
Tax
rebatable.
is
That
10%.
gets
We've got a
Depends on where you
this is
live,
a
where you bought it from.
5320, and we got a Lange data graph. Seriously, out of these three watches, if I had to pick one, I'd go for the Zeal 5320 perpetual calendar automatic.
All right.
Yeah, but I would not. I don't like.
manual
I
wind.
don't like pink dial. I'm sorry.
All right. You know what I'm gonna do now, Mike? I'm gonna ring up my Porsche dealer because we get taxed to the hill here. I'm gonna
that.
buy a Porsche and say fuck the tax.
Yeah,
We've got
Oh,
the white
I wish
dial
I could
there.
do
Look at the white dial. White dial.
I
that's
prefer the cream dial. Yeah.
That's absolutely perfect. What more do you want, Bear?
It depends on the tax, Arch.
I like this. I like this a lot. I'll be honest with
Listen.
you. This is one of the. This
Oh,
is
this
one
is
of the
this is
nicest.
beautiful.
Yeah, one of the nicest Patek watches that are not that are not.
Would Kesselwich wear that?
Oh yeah, Kessler has that, doesn't he?
Yeah, this watch has Kesselwich written all over it. It's Kesselwich's watch.
We got
I
another
think
super chat.
wait
SR
a
Bell,
second,
$2.
Archie
AC,
Kessler-
would you give Wizard a Blumpkin for a Smurf? You betcha. A Smurf? I'd do it for a Smurf. I'd even do it for a steel.
For fuck's
Rolex
sake,
update.
SR, he does that for Dave. How did he get the watches? I
Here we
retract
go.
that.
Frank V, don't criticize Dave. Frank V,
No, I
$5.
retracted it.
GMT is a solid gold root beer, then a green dial solid gold. Gotta do like bird brain, all precious metals.
Yeah. The Marcelino's collection is oof. It's impressive, man. It's
Man,
impressive.
some people walk
Um,
with heavy shoes, man.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
taxes
He's
are
got
low
it.
in Japan. Taxes are low in Japan, Mike. Doesn't count.
Is it really?
Well,
No, seriously. Do you know for
whatever
a
it
fact?
took, he was able to do it. I mean, that's
And
just
we've
a
got
feat
another
in and
super
of
You know
chat.
itself.
what's the tax where I am? Do you know what's the tax where I am?
How much?
13 fucking
Little
percent.
Dave, $2. Check your PayPal later. Don't dox me. Thank you so much. That's Little
Mike the
Dave.
Snake.
Wow.
This
Thank
is
you, Lord Dave.
this
Thank
is
you, Lord
for
Dave.
Mike
Thank
the
you
Snake. This is for
in
you.
advance. Thank you so much. Whatever
So-
you may have, if somebody's donated to me, I appreciate it,
Here
and
we
I
go.
thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's all going towards the New York
The
trip. if I
taxes.
can
He's paying the
swing it.
taxes. Bear, let me ask you something, right? When you buy a watch, do you say the price before tax or after tax?
Well, I
When
have to
when
pay taxes, so I always say the price after tax.
So you disagree with Mike the Snake?
Well, you've got to pay the
Um,
taxes. It's not optional, is it?
No, I think
well,
Mike's embarrassed that he overpaid for his watch, so he tries to deceive
I
us.
don't disagree with Mike the Snake, to be honest with you, but I understand what he's saying.
I see what you're saying. It just depends on which viewpoint you want to, which perspective you want to take it from. When you go to a store and you look at the fucking price tag, it says 12,500, right? That's just accepting the fact that you're going to have to pay tax on it, right? So
Pavel,
if
Pavel,
somebody
you made me laugh. Pavel, you made me laugh.
if somebody says, "How much did you buy that watch for?" you'd say 12.5 because that's what you paid. That was the price tag. Okay, you could maybe say 12.5 plus tax, but that's like a given. You pay tax on everything you fucking buy. It's called sales tax. It's what you got to pay when you buy anything. Okay, so for discussion's sake, it really would make things complicated if every time we
In my
discussed a
head,
watch.
Mikey, you paid 16,000 for sub. I don't really question you.
In
Yeah,
my head, he paid
exactly.
17.6.
Yeah, but depends how you're looking at things. I'm looking at from Mike's
Like I
perspective.
just said, I mean, it's a given that you're going to pay tax on something, and they don't mark it. They don't. You look at a price tag, any price tag on anything, it's what it is, and then you pay tax
Actually,
on that
Mr.
amount.
Super Chat, just so you know, prior to little Dave's, by
I'm
the
not
way,
gonna.
Dave,
I'm done with arguing
Dave,
this
that's
point.
Got a
very
super
nice
chat
of
from
you.
Mr. Turkey, $5. What watch would you pick if you were being sent to the front line in Ukraine? Can't say G-Shock. Has to
All
be
right, all right, all right.
something.
Arch, can I answer that? Does that include tax or not? Does that tax? That takes into account what you want.
You know what I'd take to the front line, Bear?
Tell me, I would love to know.
Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon.
Okay, I would pick Marathon watch produced by it's a Canadian company that actually produces the watches for U.S., Israel military, U.S. military, Canadian military, and they're very robust, very capable. Archie, bring the marathon watches. Marathon watches.
Yes,
Who
Colonel.
do you think makes the most robust watches, Bear? Like the most, you can drop it on the asphalt most times.
I think it's the Swiss Army and Marathon.
The Swiss
Mechanical.
Army is what's its name? Um,
I forgot too, but I
oh
can't remember.
fuck!
Marathon. Bear, these are fucking garbage. Do you want to buy with garbage on your wrist?
Actually, these are purchased officially by military of U.S., Canada, and Israel, and I wouldn't call them garbage. This is recognized
Maple Leaf,
by.
Bear, Maple Leaf. It's just garbage.
You're quick to say garbage, Arch. You're very quick on the gun. All right, with the
Well,
trigger.
it's
Yeah,
not this is not a luxury watch, Archie. Just so we establish this, this is purchased with the purpose. They are actually producing them, and they are being issued as a.
How much are they, Bear? How much are they?
Well, the mechanical ones are about $2,500.
Is that with tax or without tax?
We got a super chat here. I
Well,
got
in
a super
Canada,
chat here.
30%.
SR Bell, $2 AC. I'm paying for you to Google docking on Urban Dictionary. Docking. What does Urban Dictionary? Urban.
Look up docking and type in Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary.
I'm sure it's got sexual connotation if it's coming from SR Bell.
Well, yeah. It's certainly
Have
not
sexual
something.
intercourse with somebody. When one or both participants have sore muscles, good dicking. That's a dicking. Docking. Oh, good dicking. Sorry, I typed in the wrong thing. Docking. Docking is the act when one male stretches the foreskin of his penis over another man's penis.
Why is he having to go with you and Dave?
Oh, so
It's
you have to
retracted.
be. So you have to be uncut to do this, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Is he having to go with you, Arch? Dave's a
I
good
don't
supporter.
get this stuff. It doesn't really mean
No, he's
anything.
having to go with you and Dave. Ban him.
Hey, what about you, Naki Poo? What's going on
What?
in your world?
No,
That's funny.
I'm glad to see that you're a lot better today, Arch. You're
Yeah,
good.
exactly. He was fresh. He started the show really
No,
good.
yeah.
I was watching.
No. I've expected every other day Arch to be on. Tomorrow, I know what's going to happen. Today, right, every second day. That's the pattern now, Arch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have to disagree. We had 3 straight really good days, and then yesterday was kind of shit one. But the 3 days straight was.
No, I just want to
no.
give Arch. Arch, can I give you a virtual hug? Can I give you a virtual hug?
you.
Put your arms out. Come on, put your arms. Give me a
Archie,
hug.
give the man virtual.
Give me a hug.
Come on.
Can I squeeze the cheek?
Maybe you guys can dock. I mean, we just learned. So,
Right, Archie, we love you.
well, you're
Not a-
Greek, so you're not circumcised. I'm assuming.
Not circumcised.
Yeah, and that's why you guys can do this. There we go, Sir Bell. You're getting a value for your super chat, buddy.
I heard
Oh,
that
a lot
was
of drama
called,
last night. A lot of drama last night.
I heard that was
Um,
called snoodling.
What do you mean drama last night?
Snoodling.
Yeah, which would the sexual
What?
act we just
Whose
discussed
night?
before?
Your
Docking.
night? Our night? What night? What drama?
Who's
What are you talking?
Who's the first base? Snoodling? Mike, don't derail the fucking show with snoodling. What's snoodling?
Same as docking, apparently.
Oh,
You do
Mike
that with
is
your housemate?
interesting.
Do you do that with your
No, no,
housemate?
It's just what I'd heard. That's just fuck. I have no idea.
You got to tell them that when your housemate is lying in bed, you don't go up and cuddle up next to them. Come on.
No,
Not
no,
that it's.
come on, man. Go back
Yeah,
to the
Pablo,
topic.
that confuses
Back to
me
the
when they
topic.
start. I don't know. Are they talking our evening, their evening? I'm fucking confused.
Yeah, I'm done.
Let me say
Let's go
this:
back
if
to
you
the
were
watch
in the
talk.
trenches, why would you want a marathon? Wouldn't you want a Rolex on your wrist?
Depends on the
No.
taxes.
No, you can
Come on,
actually
Narc.
look through these watches, and G-SAR is their most.
How big are they, Bear?
Well, they're decent size, depending on if this is a pilot, if it's a field watch, if it's
48?
No, 44, I think.
44.
Yeah, G-SAR is 44. Yes.
I like it,
Yeah.
especially the one on the bracelet.
Would you buy one, Mike?
I would.
Let's order one now.
No, I'm not. I'm not ready to buy. I'm saving right now.
You could pay for it, Narc. Buy it for Mike.
What are you saving for? A motorbike?
Why don't you buy it for me?
I don't think that's a good idea, a motorbike. Come on, Mike.
What?
Change the topic. Look
Oh,
at this.
I'm
He
all.
thinks
I've
we're a
always
bunny. You
been
think
made
we're
that
bunnies. You
decision.
don't see what you're doing, Narc. You
What am I
said you
doing?
buy one.
You have a
Let's
super
put that
chat.
credit card.
You have a super chat that actually questions you regarding Narc. So while
Big
he's here,
Tony, AC3, will you pay Narc cash for running dungeons? Do you want to do dungeons, Narc?
Look, I just want to jump on it. Look, it's not. I've done dungeons in the past. It's not easy what you do.
Curly
It's not
claims
easy.
that you are completely not capable of running your own show.
I can. I just don't like doing it. It's like you. You come on.
What happened to Curly? What happened to Curly?
I'm not capable. I'm not capable. Curly, the one good thing about Curly is he doesn't hold grudge.
No, yeah. Look, you gotta not have a bit of a life. Your wife
I
has to
agree.
sort of, yeah. You gotta look to run these streams. You gotta have no life. So there you go. That's the trait you have to have. It's not easy. So if Curly can,
When he asks you to run the shows on the dungeon, you don't have to run it every day. You can literally do once a week if you choose to. It's very simple. You run it at the time you want, Archie pays 40%.
Yeah, but it affects my disability pension.
Oh, well, that's different reasons, right?
Yeah, maybe if they send me cash. That's what Big Tony's trying to get at here.
Okay, if he can send you cash, you guys can arrange whatever you guys can arrange. It's fine. I'm just saying the frequency is not determined. You can do any frequency you want. I personally think
I
you are.
rather look. I would run a
I'm just gonna
dungeon
get some
if
nuts,
if
Archie.
Angelic
It's
gets
okay.
paid.
I'll get some nuts. I'm gonna get some nuts.
Hey, no, hey, Arch.
I'm gonna get some nuts.
Fuck, he's gone.
Just
Look
1
at him.
minute.
Nuts.
Yeah, he is nuts. I'm actually, to be honest with you, pretty sure you would do a good job. I don't. It's hard to tell. I personally never attempted to run my own stream. Never thought about it. Um,
Look,
never,
I like.
never.
Bet if I was on, look, my talent is riffing with someone. Curtis' talent and Nicholas's talent is they could do their own stream and not have anyone on.
Right.
Right? To me, I don't like being on my own. Plus, just during the day, you get interrupted. You have to leave for 5 minutes, so you need to run it with someone.
Well,
So
we kind of like to get a cheap laughs on Archie's account. That's our shtick, right?
yeah, it's everyone's got that talent. No, I think Angelic's very good. I think Angelic should run it. I would help him.
Well, you know what? I mean, I am kind of like just like Eddie. You know, I'm just like Eddie, just maybe a little more eloquent, I guess. I mean, but not much different. Not even more eloquent. I don't know. I'm pretty much.
You actually handled him quite well, Bear.
Who?
You handled Eddie quite well.
Oh, Eddie's a nice guy, actually. Just
Actually,
he has to be. Sometimes he has to be reminded that there are other people on the stream.
Like I said on the dungeon yesterday.
Can I be honest with you?
No, lie to me.
Archie, can I be frank and honest
Yes.
with you?
Yes.
I find when you running the show and you eat and chew, very disgusting. It really bothers me. Obviously, I'm not in a position to tell you what to do or what not to do, but it annoys the fuck in me.
Okay, we got a super chat here from Malik Diamond, $10. Bear, don't lie. You are fully capable. You quit making those amazing videos on YouTube, you son of a bitch, respectfully.
Thank you, Malik Diamond. I forgot. Yeah, you're right. I did manage in 2 years to get 12,000
I
subscribers.
like the train videos, Bear.
Hang on. 12,000 subscribers in only 2 years. Just making videos. Yeah, you're right. Malik Diamond, I might actually do have some talent. You're right. Thank you very much, Malik Diamond. I just listen to haters and I start believing them.
You were always about finding that one watch.
Do you really
What's
have
the
to
closest
eat?
you
You
came to
really
it?
can't go. You cannot go full show without shoving fucking food in your mouth. Do you really need to eat? No, I'm asking you. Are you hungry? Are you actually hungry?
He's stress eating.
Are you stress eating? Explain to me. Give me some explanation. Drinking.
He's gonna eat.
I understand the drink. The mouth gets dry.
He's stress eating. You don't get it.
I think that's with two people that we have two interesting people here. Archie needs to eat and Nikki needs to pee. That's basically very interesting about these two guys.
See, Archie, I don't get, before you start the show, you have your nuts next to you. You have your chips next to you. You have your drinks next to you. Preparation.
No, please don't encourage him to have food ready too. Fuck me, Dad.
You have your fridge and your pantry. No, you put a fridge.
He starts chewing and it's like you can hear the chewing.
No. Bear, he has to, look, Archie, ring up a tradesperson, get a pantry built just above your monitor. Or to the side. And have a mini fridge there.
AC3, would you suck off Tim Wright twice for a yellow gold sub?
He does that to Dave. I retract that.
Well, let's hear this answer. I think this is a good question.
No, I wouldn't. You know why?
Because you don't like him.
I don't like
It's unhygienic. Unhygienic. I just don't. Yeah, that's.
So basically, you do have certain criteria. If you don't like the person, you will not have any sexual act with them.
No, I just don't think it's very hygienic, Bear. Think
No,
about it.
please answer my question.
What?
Exactly, 100% right.
Why don't you like Tim Wright? What's the main reason for it? Because at one time you loved the guy.
He doesn't have much respect for you.
I know. But he's not the only one. That's listen.
Where's JJ?
Listen, let me tell you something, Arch. If nobody hates you, that means you were irrelevant.
Good point, Bear.
Really?
Mike, I love you. All jokes aside, Mike, you're a comedic genius.
Yeah.
No,
That
seriously,
I
was
was
Mike.
thinking
funny,
about
that
that
was-
one. If
No.
nobody hates you, you're irrelevant.
No, you're a comedic genius. When you said you're the descendant of Caesar the other day, okay, the guy's the ultimate troll. There's no way the guy believes it in real life. You didn't believe it, did you? Are you a descendant of Caesar?
Yes.
You said, wait. You weren't trolling us. You're trolling me now. Is he doing Bear? Is he doing Andy Kaufman shtick here?
He does have that element. I mean, the greatest Andy Kaufman was Green Room by far. But
No, it's Mike the Snake.
Mikey does have
What?
elements.
Wait, Mike. How did you trace your family tree back to Caesar?
My father's had it done, and my grandmother had it done a number of years ago. And the last name, my true last name, and there, including the entire town in Italy where all of my old relatives come from, and the old relatives from Chicago that came across Ellis Island and started our family here in America. Definitely.
By the way, Mikey, just so you know that if nobody hates you, then you're irrelevant. That's my version of. If you watch, do you know the show House, Doctor House?
Yes.
Yeah. I love that show.
Well, he actually had original saying that says, "If nobody hates you, you're doing something wrong."
Okay.
I like mine better. If nobody hates you, then you are irrelevant. That's something I.
All right.
I
Can I say something here, Mike? When you're watching the show House, did you keep on saying, "Yeah, I have that condition. Yeah, I have that medical condition. Yeah, I've got that too"? Did you do that?
No.
Are you
I
trying
just don't.
to question if he has a psychosomatic issue?
No. If you're hypochondriac, you don't watch that show. I tried to watch it.
I don't watch it regularly. I've seen a number of episodes of it,
Yeah.
and I've enjoyed them
Well-
because they're interesting.
All
You
right,
like
all right.
solve some
Don't worry,
mystery.
Sir Bell. We're
Mike.
not gonna miss your super chats,
Right.
man. We never do.
You inspired me. I went back and had a look at my family tree. Guess what? Guess who I'm a descendant of? Put me up full screen, Arch. Full screen.
A minute there, SR Bell, $2. AC, would you suck off Tim once for a Le Mans?
Oh,
No.
come on, Archie.
He did it for a brigade. Did it for a brigade.
For Le Mans. For Le Mans.
How do you think he got the brigade? I retract that.
Le Mans.
It's French. It's French.
Just
Mike.
once, Archie. Just once. Just once.
I want
Archie.
to
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
full screen, please. I trace my I had a look at my family tree. Guess what, Mike?
Give
Guess
him
who
a
we
full
defended of?
screen.
Me. Get rid of the super chat. Get rid of super chat.
Oh, you're Zeus.
Descendant of Zeus.
I see.
Oh, nice.
Thank you
Okay.
for inspiring me.
Well, that's good, man. I mean, Mikey obviously inspired you. That's
No,
important.
yes, Mike, your inspiration. I don't care if you paid $18,000 for your watch, but the tax doesn't count.
So you rule as a king of the gods, man. You're on a mount.
There you go. You
Archipus.
win, Narc.
Mike, I love you, buddy. Seriously, this show wouldn't be the same without you.
I agree.
No, all jokes aside. End of the day, this show would not be as successful without you.
I agree.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
Oh, you know
No,
that.
wait. There's a bit of sarcasm there.
There was a
No,
bit.
no, there was no sarcasm there. I was just thanking you for the compliment.
No, Bear.
What do you think Archie's doing right now?
He's eating. He's eating.
Covering his mouth for sure. He's just taking
I
advantage.
guarantee you.
Oh,
This is
Bear's
his
not going to see me now. Oh,
Look at that.
I love you, Archie. You gotta love the guy. You have to love him. You have to love him.
No, he reminds me of George Costanza on Seinfeld. He goes, if I can incorporate sex and eating at the same time, it's a perfect thing. Do you remember that episode?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I picture Archie, right? Eating some woman's Mrs. Lowe's pussy, and he's got a bag of chips next to it. But he can hide the chips. She can't see. I retract that.
All right.
I gotta go now. I'll be running the show.
All right. Is this like when George Costanza leaves on a high note?
Yeah, that was a good episode too. I
love it.
rewatch those shows with my kids,
Me too.
and my kids then rewatched it again a couple years later. Was as they get older, they get the jokes.
I
You know what I
always
mean?
wondered, like that show, does show in other countries that are non-English speaking. It was shown in Serbia, for example, and I was always wondering if it can be fully understood and experienced in a way that we can experience if we understand American culture and speak English as Americans do. And I don't think it can be, but I mean, Canada, Australia, I think we can, especially if we're familiar with American mentality and American culture and American lifestyle. But if you go to another country, let's say you're showing it in Poland or Finland, and you have a subtitle, they lose, they don't get it. They don't.
I think if the viewers follow Western culture, right, they might get it. See, a show like that was the Larry Sanders Show. You probably remember that. You can't rewatch that now because there's a lot of cultural references.
Right.
You can't watch it now.
Exactly. There is so many cultural references. You're right. You're right.
We got a super chat here. SR Bell $2. AC Alamans is 200,000, and you won't suck Tim once. Nope, correct.
No, I don't believe that, Arch. I don't believe that.
You
I
know
don't believe
what? I do believe him. Actually, I do believe him. This is the thing about Timmy and Archie. They do have certain stubbornness about them that almost might appear as integrity. You know when Timmy.
No, it's got no integrity.
No, I know they don't have integrity. Don't misunderstand me. I said appears as an integrity. It's a pure stubbornness.
Are you going to tell me? You're going to tell me if someone realistically offered Arch 200 grand to blow Tim, he will swallow every single drop?
I don't know. It's hypothetical. We will have to have.
Let's put up a poll. Let's put up a poll.
No polls.
No poll.
Poll.
Archie, no. Archie says no.
For 200 grand, you said to me you wouldn't blow and swallow Tim. Come on, would you, Bear? I would. I don't care how unhygienic he is.
So easy for you to say stupid shit when people don't know who you really are.
Knock, when are you gonna turn the camera on?
Yeah, but there's no mystery there.
I was talking with Patrick Philippe when we were taking.
I love Patrick.
Me too. When we were taking our break from the crazy world of Archivers, and we both you came as a topic, and we both said, "Fuck, man, we envy that fucker. Nobody fucking knows anything about him. He can go and say whatever the fuck he wants, do whatever."
That is a big advantage. It is a big advantage.
Yeah, huge, man, huge. You can do your trolling and your bullshit, whatever you want.
Here we go. We got one for Naki here. Dis Jerez, Dis 6 shekels. Nak, can you give us a Hank Kingsley? Hey now!
No. Hey now. Great character, Dis. Dis is. I could talk to Dis about TV and movies all day. And I'm surprised he watched this, but he's not old enough. He's pretty young.
He's an old soul.
Yeah, he knows a lot about shows back in the day, Bear. I'm just surprised. It's a great show.
He has a lot of interest. You know, the guy has a lot of interest in pop culture, music, TVs, movies, and he has a great memory. He has almost photographic memory.
And I think with this, I don't think he's great on the panel, but if you get him one-on-one on the stream, I think he's great.
I think he's a good on a panel.
No, I think on the panel he sometimes takes a backward step and doesn't want to interrupt. But I've had great conversations one-on-one. I've seen streams where he's discussing things with another person, just him, maybe two, or just another person. He's great. But some people, they get overwhelmed when there's 4 or 5 people on the panel. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
What the fuck? You're in the bathroom, Bear. What the fuck are you doing? Get a piss bucket.
No, actually,
He's in the bathroom. I hear echo. I hear echo. No, you're in the bathroom.
No, listen, no. My mouth's getting dry, so I went to grab Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi.
Yeah. Why?
What's wrong with a Diet Pepsi?
No, it's like I said the story the other day. My daughter wanted a doner kebab, a gyros, a Greek. So we went there, right? So as I look around and I'm judgmental, I see all these fat fucks. I zeroed in on this fat fuck. He has 2 doner kebabs, chips, and a Diet Coke.
Well, the logic is this, okay?
And a Diet Coke.
I can speak on
Wait.
Well, wait. Am I a fat fuck? Yes. I'm authority on the issue. Do I drink Diet Pepsi? Yes. I'm going to tell you. Sure. It kind of doesn't make sense, right? You're getting a shitload of food and Diet Pepsi. But the logic is, well, it tastes the same. I can reduce some sugar. Why not?
It's virtue signaling.
Oh, whatever.
He was trying to hide those doner kebabs, but he knew I was giving him that look. He looked at me, I looked at him, I gave him that look of shame. So what he then did, he moved the Diet Coke in front of the 2 doner kebabs to hide him. Right?
Okay.
I then moved my head to the left to get a better view of the doner kebab. He then moved the bottle again. Right? He knew. And if that was my shop, I would have kicked him out. Because in my chicken shop, when fat fucks come in, they go, a burger and chips, okay? No chips for you. Here's some veggies, you fat fuck.
Nah.
No Pepsi
What?
Coke.
No fat fucks in my shop. Hey, no fat fucks in my shop.
Food advice.
What?
Are you out of your mind?
No, there's no fat fucks in my shop.
Why not?
No, I test the BMI. No, you're 40%. No chips. Here's some veggies. So fuck off.
All right.
If you walked into my shop, right, I would have given you a burger without mayonnaise or cheese. Maybe on some Lebanese bread.
Okay.
And some veggies.
I'm glad
Right
you're
now-
looking
right
out
now,
for your
Archie's
customers
getting
there.
hungry.
Yes.
Mm.
They call me the chicken Nazi. No chips for you. Fuck off.
That's a great episode, man. What a fucking classic. Jesus Christ. I
This is
love
where you-
that episode.
This is where you need Crappy here. Another Seinfeld historian.
Crappy was very, very wrong. Very disappointed with Crappy. There was some anti-Canadian sentiment there. It was really disappointing. Really.
I love
Really,
Crapstar. Anyway, I'm off. I gotta go. Thank you,
All
boys.
right. Thank you for coming on.
Mark the snake. Mark the snake. I'm glad you got your tax rebate.
Oh yeah, thank you. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Naki, for coming on. We're back.
Thank you, Naki, very much.
We have a
for-
super chat from Mert.
Here we go. Mert $100, $2. How do you score in Australian rules football?
Well, you're the only Australian on the panel, Archie. Can you help us?
To the other side.
But don't you got to run and jump across the line with it or something? I don't know. It's like a version of rugby, but I can't understand.
Yeah, it's a
it.
version of rugby. That's right.
You gotta kick the ball through the
Here
fucking.
from SR Bell.
Well, can you answer
67.
this question, Archie? You did not answer the super chat, please.
I got no idea. Australian rules football. You got to get the ball to the other side.
All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Mert. We have no expertise on
Sport.
Australian rules
I
football.
think You
But
might have
we
to kick the
have
ball
a lot
between
of
the poles.
intelligent people in the chat, so somebody will let us know.
I think you might have to kick the ball between the uprights.
Oh, we'll find
Esther
out.
Bell,
score.
$5 AC. Would you suck off Tim for a Le Mans, Smurf, Kermit, Starbucks, White Gold, Pepsi, and a John Mayer? No.
There we go. Archie
Now,
has firmly
how does
stood
these
his ground.
deals get organized? Like, what happens? Who holds
I
the
was
funds?
wondering the same thing, Archie.
Like, I really worries me. Oh, I'll pay you next time. Okay, I'll organize it. See you later. What?
Yeah.
What?
I'd have to have the suitcase full of cash in my hand.
And would
before
you
the
then blow
act.
him? Would you give him a good blowjob?
I'm just saying, if I were in that position doing that and making a deal like that, I wouldn't do it.
Well, I'm
or
asking
even
you a
consider
question
it,
now. So you're
or even
offered all
consider
these.
it unless I had every penny
All right. So
in
it's
hand.
in your hand. He handed to you. You have it in your hand. All these watches, all that money. Tim is ready. He pulled his shorts down. You're all alone.
I honestly don't think I would, because I really I don't go that way. I don't
You don't
know.
have to go that way. Just fucking imagine it's a lollipop.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shit, that's enough to kind of straighten your life out. Whew, that'd be a toughie.
It is tough. Sir Bell knows how to provoke the thought.
It is a very big toughie.
Yeah. Would it make it easier if it's Diego? I love you, Mikey. You sometimes you read my mind. You are ahead of me. I love it, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you for laugh. I love when you laugh. I love when to see you happy and relaxed. Archie, get back to the show, big boy. Narc is gone. We had all the pillows touched tonight. We would like to know, what do you want to talk about now?
Mike, I want to ask you something there, Bear.
Anything you want, big boss.
Okay. Your watch collection itself, right? Seriously, when do you start downsizing? When do you start selling some things off? I'm seriously considering getting rid of a little bit.
All right. I'm going to now ask questions. Are you in financial trouble at the moment?
No.
Are you considering selling these watches because you feel stressed owning them?
Yes.
Is the stress caused by the fact that you worry about them, or is the stress caused because your money is tied into something that's not giving you really value?
Correct.
You feel that you are kind of having money locked into luxury pieces, and you don't really need that many. Okay, fair
Exactly.
enough. What do you feel? What do you feel would be a number of pieces that would really make you feel relaxed?
I don't think it's the number, it's the price. Like, I could get rid of, say I got rid of the world time, I could
Price. I
really
like
clear
that.
some.
You know what? We're getting somewhere. This is
Yeah.
good. All right. You know what? Why don't you give me the magic number? What dollar amount in watches you find fair and comfortable, and you think it would be stress free for you?
50?
50,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah.
Bring up your watches on the screen.
Sure, bringing it up on the screen only for the bear because he asked me to do this.
And let's see what can we do with the 50 Aussie. Fair enough. We now, Pavel, by the way, suggests he'd probably feel more relaxed if he wasn't paying interest on 40,000 of credit card debit. Yeah, but that goes, listen, nothing new there. Archie has always been financially irresponsible. We know that. But going back to the watch talk, by the way, Archie, we do have a super sticker,
We have a super sticker, old timey, $1. Thank you, super sticker.
and it's a cool emoji. He thinks either that you're cool, or chat is cool, or watches are cool, or Mikey is cool. Chances are Mikey is cool. So, Mikey, we're going
Yeah,
to look at these watches. We're going to go over pricing on each one, and we're going to try to stay under 50K to get Archie a 3 or 4 or 2 or whatever pieces we think are in that range of value. The first piece on the top left we have is Breguet Type 21 Rose Gold. Let's call it, for ease of math, 15,000
sure.
Aussie.
Okay,
15,000
15.
Aussie. Next piece is Patek Philippe. We have a super chat, Archie, from Mr. Turkey.
Mr. Turkey, $5. Here we go. Can a man live his whole life with one pre-ceramic sub? Soup to nuts, maternity unit to hospice?
Go ahead, Archie.
Of course he can. Of course he can. Pre-ceramic sub. Why not?
Agreed.
Very lucky man indeed, Bear. What do you think?
Of course, man. I think that's a great choice for living with one watch, for sure. It's a very comfortable watch. I'm not opposed to that idea at all. And Mr. Turkey, you did pick a good watch as a choice, so I
You know,
agree with that.
today I ran into a guy with a vintage Pepsi. He said it was like 67 or 72 or something like that, but it had a faded bezel, and it definitely appeared a little bit smaller than the modern ceramic versions. But god damn, that thing was gorgeous. He really
Yeah, I
kept it
believe
in
you.
good condition.
So there you go, Mr. Turkey. That's our answers to your super chat. Big thank you for supporting us, sir. So now we have a Patek Philippe wall time, beautiful watch. This is what are we looking at? 35 Aussie.
Whew, that's what I paid for it, Bear.
Well, that's what I'm thinking it's worth. So we got a 15, we got 35, we got
So,
Bluesy. Bluesy, we're gonna say is
what you said 50, right? There's 50 right there.
no, but we're gonna assign prices. Then we're gonna do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what's the Bluesy, Mikey, in Aussie? Probably about 20.
20, yeah, 20.
So we got
Okay.
15, we got 35, we got 20. We got here Gégé Lacoute compressor in solid gold. We're gonna say this is 15.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have Speedy. We're gonna say this is 10.
Yeah.
We got Polar. Sorry, we got the
Open heart.
Zenith open heart. We're gonna say
7?
this is I call it 7. And we got the uh, Explorer. We'll call it 15.
Why don't we
Oh,
There
call
you
the
go,
Zenith?
Mikey.
up at 10 for it.
I'm
9.
gonna say that's ridiculous. I'm gonna call it 15. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, Mikey, you got the pricing. We
Uh
have to pick for him 50,000 worth from all these watches. Do you want to go first?
huh. Sure. I would probably keep um personally the 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 blue Rolex, the
Bluesy.
Bluesy,
So 20. You have another 30.
the Speedy,
That's now 30. You have
and
another
the
20.
the Polar. That brings it up to 45.
Can I be very honest with you, Mikey?
Yeah.
That's exactly my choice. I'm not escaping making a decision. but that would be my choice. The problem here I have mentally is
Yes.
that I'm not in a position to pick the wall time because it's price prohibitive. If I pick the wall time, then I'm kind of stuck. I have only 10, 15 left to work with. And I can't work with that on what we have. So in all honesty, if we're going to keep under 50 and be worry-free, we're getting a really three-piece collection here. And it's 2 Rolex, 1 Omega. I know Archie is disappointed because we're not picking any one of the famous solid gold pieces that he has a lot of pride for. But if we're limited with this pricing, unfortunately, we can't do that. I don't want to waste opportunity and put 15 grand in any of these gold pieces. So I'm going with your decision, which also allows me to have some precious metal in bluesy, and it's a daily, it's a diver. I have my GMT form type of watch in my Explorer, and I have my chronograph and the iconic timepiece in my Speedy. So obviously, Archie, based on your criteria, Mike and I both decided to pick these 3 pieces for you. And you have another super chat.
We got another super chat. Thank you so much there. This is from Mr. Turkey, $5. Do you think Tenzing Norgay and Sir Edmund Hillary cuddled or spooned when they summited Everest?
Cuddled or spooned when they summited Everest. Well, it was bloody cold, so it's quite
Freezing.
possible.
Absolutely freezing temperatures.
I think there's a high possibility when they were in a tent that they did spooned and cuddled.
But not in a sexual way, Bear. These guys would have been fucking freezing.
I never
Freezing,
thought it was
Bear.
absolutely not in a sexual way. Why would it be in a sexual way? We already covered the gay/bisexual pillow.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that would be standard practice just for heat, synergy, right? 2 together equals more. Like 2 matches
man, all
put
kidding
together
aside,
puts out
that's-
more heat than 1 match, 2 matches separate.
Right.
So you put 2 bodies together, you're able to, keep your heat more contained. And yeah, I would think anybody with a sound mind would be doing that in those conditions, man. It's like 20 below zero out there all the time.
Billy Jeans is convinced they actually had the intercourse while one was wearing Rolex Explorer and the other one was wearing Smith Everest. Do you know while they were banging each other, Mikey, which one was wearing actual Explorer and which one was wearing Smith Everest? Who was wearing Explorer and who was wearing Smith Everest? Do you know, Archie, as well? Like these 2 fuckers, they were banging each other, but which one was wearing which watch?
I think Everest wore the Explorer, didn't he?
Who?
Everest was wearing the Explorer.
Everest?
You mean Hillary?
Hillary was wearing
Edmund
the
Hillary? So he
Yes.
wore the Explorer and Tanzing wore the... yes, this is only an Archieverse for sure.
Exactly.
We do provide entertainment. Entertainment.
Yeah,
Frank
I was
B.
just sitting here thinking
Frank
to
B,
myself, like,
$5.
what the
Archie,
fuck?
play Oye presents Archie being honest about Ladyboys after 1 minute 5. Oye. Archie,
All right.
play
You
Oye
know,
presents.
you remember the IOI?
Yeah, ooey.
Ooh, yeah. So go to Frank is referring to his earlier super chat. Thanks, Frankie. Go there and find.
Great clip there. I'm just finding it now.
All right. Thank you. You know, Mert 100, he thought that Explorer wasn't actually worn. Yeah, you know, Mert,
We
You
are
go
specialized.
to.
Oh, here we go! Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program Fuckers, and the following is a paid video for Peter Huss. Archie, please up the quality of your videos. I have a request. Please do a 10-minute, well-edited and respectful video on lady boys. I will send you another $20 when completed. I know this is like real work, but it's your duty, damn it, your duty. Kind regards, Peter, a.k.a. Lard Hamilton. And so he wants me to talk about
Frank
lady
wants to
boys.
fast forward it to
What do I think?
1:05.
What do I think? And I got to be completely frank and honest with you. I got to be completely frank and honest in the sense that lady boys
Coming up.
You know, I personally attracted to lady boys. I did go into a lady boy bar once.
Oh
Of
shit!
course, I just wanted to see what it was like, a chance to
Ooh,
feel the
curious.
breasts, to see what their breasts were like. And
How were they, Archie?
they were nice enough, but it cost about 2,000 baht. They're fairly aggressive. They're quite well mannered. There was nothing nasty or vicious. I think it's very good, and I think you've got to. It's always a great thing to. It's always a great thing to. It's funny, you know, lady boys.
You have a nice hair
themselves,
here.
they're like it's the third
They look
sex
good.
of Thailand. They're a third sex, and
Nothing
I
nasty or vicious,
always
Pablo.
when I'm
Nothing
in a
nasty.
country not of my own, I like to be respectful to the traditions and things that happen there. So lady boys
You look
themselves,
mesmerized.
thumbs up. I think they're great. I think they're great.
Even you are entertained
I'm
by this.
Archie Luxury reporting on the truth. Tell me what you vicious, nasty, mean fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Good to see you supporting the lady boys.
What a
Fuck
great
me,
clip.
Dad.
What a great
You know
clip,
what?
man.
You are amazing troll. You are fucking son. You are. You know what, Archie? You are genius, man.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a great video. You're right, Jimmy. You're right, Marcus. Fuck, guys. This is Frank. We should super chat you, man. Thank you so much for bringing this this back to our today's stream. This is absolutely hilarious. What goes through your mind when you watch this, Archie? Tell us your thoughts.
It was great. It's good to reminisce, Bear.
What were you thinking? Like, were you watching this? I bet you were thinking. What? I don't want to bet. Tell me what you were thinking.
No, you're right, Bear. It was just a tricky thing. Very tricky. Very tricky.
Oh man, this is so funny. This is so funny. We have a super chat from an awesome guy, Big Tony. Thank you, Big Tony. We appreciate your support.
Yes, we've got a super chat from Big Tony. Thank you so much indeed there. Big Tony, $2. Archie, did the ladyboy put it in your bum? No. They just I got nothing against anybody. I like to be respectful. That's always the way I like to do things. Always be respectful. And
Jimmy says that he loved when you called us nasty, vicious, foul-mouthed fuckers.
yes, thank you so much. That's the way. Vicious, nasty, foul mouth. Yes. Those were the days, Bear.
Where did you get the idea about Archie Luxury persona?
Oh, it just evolved over time, Bear. Just over time. It just developed.
Something had to trigger you. Like, where did that come from? Why Archie Luxury? Why did Archie Luxury? How was he born? What was going through your mind? Where did this Archie Luxury came from?
It was just like it just evolved that way, Bear. It evolved that way.
What do you think about him? What's your opinion about this Archie Luxury character?
Oh, nasty fucker, Bear. Very nasty. it's kind of like, you know, it's been fun doing the streams because it lets me get to the point and try my best. That's all I can do, Bear, is try my best.
Jimmy might be right. It must have started with Louis Vuitton suitcases.
Yes.
Bezos says maybe something work related. NATO actually claims you stole the yacht. Rodney Rood or Kev Wilson?
Ha! I don't. They're both pretty harsh fuckers, you know. Very
And
harsh.
Mr. Z says he met that ArchieLuxury guy, and he says he's a decent guy. But we do have a nice super chat, and we need super chats. Do you know why we need super chats, Archie?
Why is that?
Because you need to fucking feed those two young boys.
Yes.
Super chat.
Exactly right there, Bear. We need to feed the two younger boys. We got a super chat from Ken Fresno. $2. Did you ever give lady boys juice and shower? No, but I lived in a building with a lady boy, and I actually had she was quite friendly. Quite friendly.
Do they prefer to be she or he, or like how do they see
They want to
themselves?
prefer to be treated like a lady, Bear. Like
Okay.
a lady.
Okay.
Like a lady. Yeah, that's exactly it, Bear. That's how they want to be treated, Bear.
Mikey,
Like
how
a
do you
lady.
feel about lady boys, Mikey?
Oh, you know, with my work history and living in that particular area of Seattle, I was
Right.
exposed to a lot of that. And
Well, were you exposed to transvestites, cross dressers, or lady boys?
well, I guess you'd call them cross dressers. I mean, there were those bars where
Because
they were
those are all
just
very, very different. You know that, eh?
well, okay. I just remember the bars that
Did they have a
had
titties? Did they have a titties?
yeah, no, these were women that were dressed up and were hot. I even remember complimenting a number of them and just coming up and saying, "Look, I know you're not female, but my God, you are absolutely gorgeous."
Would you
And
bang her?
no, no, that wasn't my intent. My intent was just to compliment her because,
You're a gentleman.
yeah, no, it just
By the way, Big Bezos is giving us a thumbs up super sticker, Archie.
Basil's Beazles, great guy. He's always a great guy. Basil's Beazles, $2. Thank you so much there. And we have Big Tony, $5. I want to show on Tan's winning approach to life. His life story on how he became so successful.
He's very secretive, actually, you
Yeah,
know,
he
when
is
it
very
comes to
secretive.
personal life. 10 is extremely successful, obviously. There's no doubt about it. And you know what, Big Tony? I would love to encourage him to do exactly that. It would be fantastic to have a live stream with 10. 10 tells us all, where he can give some of the great advice on success in life. Would he be willing to do that? I don't know. But I know that he's a very private person, and when he talks in Archieverse, he prefers to talk only about Archieverse. We have another super chat from Mr. Turkey, who
Mr. Turkey,
appropriately sends us a hot dog.
$1.50. Hot dog. Hot dog, Bear.
Hot diggity dog.
Hot diggity do. And I've got to tell you something, Bear. I want to bring up, I'm going to go to European. I want to have a look here, Bear. I want you to pick. You've been hunting around for paddocks lately.
Yes, I am. Actually, Archie, I am thinking that adding a second Patek to my collection would be a wonderful thing. As
Let's
you
go through
know,
this list here and see if there's anything that rings a bell or
can I
floats.
give you my budget?
Yes.
I would like not to exceed 50,000, 60, maximum 60,000 Canadian. But I will do that as soon as we actually read this awesome supportive super chats from two great guys.
Frank V, $10. Found it. Play AC3 Ladyboys version 2.
Wonderful. He probably sent it to you to your WhatsApp, so we will do that, or you need to find it, Lady Boys version 2. But before we go there, just so we stay in touch with super chats, let's also read Pavel's $10 super chat. Please, Archie.
Here we go. We got a super chat here from Pavel. $10. Hi, you're gorgeous. I have the longest hair in the room.
Mikey, you should read this.
Hello, you're gorgeous. I have the longest hair in the world. Actually, at the time that I moved up to Seattle, I had cut my hair and was running with short hair at that time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew
I
my
don't
hair
even,
out.
to be honest with you, I cannot picture you actually as a guy with a short hair.
Oh, I mean, if I cut my hair, this hair, it'll be just short of a buzz top. I mean, I cut it really short because I like to put a long distance between haircuts. So I get it cut really short, let it get shaggy, and then cut it really short again.
I see. We have another super chat again, Archie, from Mr. Turkey. Very supportive punters tonight.
Very supportive punters. Here we go. Mr. Turkey, $5. Pick one classic and one sports. Any era. Pacific reference numbers, please. One classic.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first, Bear.
Okay.
Okay. One classic. I'd have to go. And I mean this, Bear. I'd have to say the 5130 Paddock, 5130G. That's the world time that I've got. White gold. That's a perfect classic. Amazing bang per buck. Sports. I'd have to go bluesy. 116613. That's the two-tone bluesy, 40 mil. I think that's all you need, Bear.
I'm going to be picking two Rolexes first because ultimately Rolex brand is my favorite brand, my ultimate brand.
Don't pick what I'm gonna pick, or go ahead.
I don't know. We might.
I think we're gonna say the same thing.
It's okay if we do, Mikey. Right? I am going to go a little bit different on classics. So, as I said, it's always different day, different choice. So today I'm going to pick Jubilee bracelet, Sky Dweller, Blue Dial as a classic from classic line of Rolex. And I'm going to pick a second steel piece, and that's going to be Pepsi on Jubilee bracelet as well. If I'm going with the Patek, I already picked one. This is Aquanaut 616. What's my Aquanaut, Archie? I forgot the reference. 6517. What the fuck?
5167.
5167. I'm dyslexic. In steel. And the second Patek, I'm gonna need Archie to help me pick.
Let's have a look here.
Mikey, go ahead.
Let
Mikey answer this super chat.
Sorry.
For the classic, I would probably go for a solid yellow gold day date 41 or whatever the biggest they make.
Nice.
For the classic, and
what color dial, Mikey?
Oh man, I'd have to look and see what dials are available.
All right, not important anyway. And what do we have for
if off catalog stuff's included, then like something kind of like maybe Bloodstone would be really cool.
Okay, we're not gonna go into that. That's too complex. And what about sports?
So sports would probably be 41 millimeter sub no date.
Good choice. Go ahead, Archibald.
Okay, let's have a look here, Bear. So let's have a look at some beautiful Paddocks here. This is from European.
So I'll give you the budget. All right.
You told me 60,000 Canadian, right?
Right, that's all 60,000 Canadian to USD. Okay.
45,000 US.
Yes,
Doesn't the
Archie.
Nautilus use the same movement as the Calatrava?
Yes, they do. And the Aquanaut, they do. They share that movement. Let's.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Bear. Look at this here. This beautiful 5905, but it's more money. It's more money. Okay, fair enough. Let's have a look. Let's keep going through this list here. Tell me when to stop, Bear. If you see something you like.
Well, how much is that? Hang on, go up. What's that? How
These are
much?
all so much money, Bear.
Well, find me in my budget. Put a filter. Make it 50. 50 is the limit. 50.
Okay, 50-50. Just tell, I'm going through the list. Here we go. We've got an annual calendar.
I don't like
36.
it.
Okay. We got a Gondolo annual canyon.
I don't mind Gondola, but I don't think if I'm going to have only Patek, that Gondola should be the choice.
Okay, let's keep going.
He has to complement the Aquanaut.
Here's a
William, we'll
Calatrava
get to your
22.
super chat.
No, you don't like it.
No.
Oh, this is actually no, that's no good. Look at this, a perpetual calendar, 40,000.
I don't like it though. Oh, I love this. Is like tens.
63. Oh,
That's
look
gorgeous.
at this.
I like this, Archie.
New York steel Calatrava 40. That's a lot of money, but
I do like this watch.
I like it, but man, for the money, it just has a look of a watch. That
Agreed.
doesn't
Agreed.
include the the things that would shine out as being really hot horology. You know, it looks kind of
Agreed.
regular.
here's a
Archie, we have a
perpetual.
super chat, by the way. I don't want to ignore super chats.
No, of course, we got one from William Gaudrian.
William, good to see you, sir. I hope
I have
everything
sent you
is well.
pictures in your mail. Okie dokie. Let's have a look.
I do like the Nautilus.
I
just
bought a
the basic one.
just today, 2001 16233 with blue Vinetta dial and full set. What do you think? It's just quickly, we'll just have a look if there's anything affordable here that Bear actually likes. Is here, look at this. Steel annual calendar chronograph 48.5, Bear. That's a 5960. That's not terrible.
What did William Goodrian send you in your email?
It's on a bracelet too, Bear.
What did William Goodrian send you in his email?
Pull this up for you now. It's a beautiful date just. Look at this, Bear. This is actually pretty stunning. Blue Veneta dial. Look at that.
Ooh,
Oh, very unique. Very
that
unique.
and diamond indices. Wow. Oh man.
This
Yeah,
would be only,
I think
Mikey,
that would be
this
my.
is
that
no,
would
Mikey,
be-
no, Mikey.
No.
This is definitely not for you. This is 36 millimeter, Mikey.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Like if I were like back to my decision of the solid gold yellow day date
Mhm.
in a 40. If
Mhm.
if they made this dial, I would. This is the dial that I would choose.
They do have it. They do have a nice blue dial, yes,
Okay. Very cool.
and you can get it with the diamond indices, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Saad would know. I'm sure they offer
Yes,
something.
Saad, General Saad is definitely a day date expert
He is. He's the master.
and one of the greatest panelists. If
I
you ask
love this
me,
dial. You know, I actually had a date just with the red version of this, a lady's date just in the red, but the blue, that's always been my dream dial for this.
I agree.
I think it's beautiful. I don't think you can go wrong with this.
No, it would be too small for you, though, Archie.
You know, the size is all relative to what you wear. Like if you're used to wearing bigger things, it feels small.
True.
But you know, the monsters I wear, I put my world time on, it's 39.5 mil. It feels too small.
I get it, man. You get conditioned based on what you wear most of the time. But let's
Yeah.
Yeah.
just remember another thing. I mean, I seen Mikey's wrist. With him, it's not conditioned. With him, with he really has a large wrist. I remember when he was showing me James Cameron, which is watch that I can never feel comfortable wearing, looked perfect on him.
Yeah. No, it, it fit very well. In fact,
That's what
my
I'm
Orange
saying.
Monster is, I
So,
think, 42 or 44. It doesn't look very big on my wrist.
right. So,
You know.
yeah, it is conditioning, but it's also the size of the wrist, the size of the body, and so on and so on.
But you know what? All right, I just had a thought. Look at the size that they're making all of the new electric watches. Round, square, and look at what if the trend in watches were to go smaller or stay 36, then they probably would have followed some sort of similarity, at least size wise, in making these new iWatches and stuff. The e
Yeah,
watches or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Um, but no, they're 42, 44, bigger, and or square, and they wear large on the wrist,
right,
and
yeah,
so I think that the times are a changing, and that like a 36 is like the perfect women's watch size unless she's
yeah,
very dainty, and
yeah.
then if she's very dainty, the only watch for her is the Tank Francaise, um, the very small little itty bitty Tank Francaise Cartier.
Yes.
That's the most feminine, perfect watch ever.
Sorry to interrupt, Mikey. Archie, William Goodrian, your dear friend, um, is telling you in another super chat, if you don't mind bringing it up.
Yep.
There is, read it.
Here is another picture of my three-piece watch collection. Let's get this baby up on the screen now.
By the way, while Archie's getting that, your friend Jimmy, Mikey, says that your orange monster is a really cool Seiko.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So do
Yeah,
I.
they're a great
Hey, you're
watch.
gonna love this collection. Three-piece, and I think it's all you need, Bear.
This is a beautiful collection, Gudrian. This is a very good collection. Um, Gilden says that everything on that day just is aftermarket. Archie, you know this better than me. I don't think that's anything aftermarket, is it?
No, 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 no. That's that dial. They did do that dial. That they did it in the blue and the red.
Now, Frank V, who I think is very knowledgeable guy, says Gilden, that's true. That they just has the dial of 118239 day date blue dial. Ah, uh, so does that change how we feel about that watch, knowing that it is a bit of a Franken watch?
I don't think it is. Why does he say it's a Franken watch?
Because it's actually day date dial.
No, it's not. How can it be a day date dial?
Yeah, actually, where is the no? It's
Yeah, it
Frank.
can't be a day dial.
I don't think so. I don't know.
They did
That's
it.
not
They
that's
did
not
it
what
as a
he
William,
day
said.
date.
William confirms that's not the case. It is 2001. Okay, you know what?
Yep.
Fine. Let's look at this collection, Archie, and give us your opinion on it, Pontiff.
I think he's got everything. A Pepsi, a Starbucks, and a date just as a dress watch. What more do you want?
I think that's a very nice collection. You're right, Archie. We have a GMT Pepsi travel watch. We have a very nice daily
Everything you could want.
in Thermit, right? And we have a
Exactly.
dress piece with the element of precious metal and diamonds. What else do you want? I don't know. What else do you want? Maybe the only thing left is to add some chronograph, or maybe not. Maybe you just enjoy these three pieces and enjoy your life. He's a young guy. William Goodrin is a young guy. So it's quite impressive collection for a young man. Jimmy
It's a
thinks
very
he just
impressive.
needs Daytona. Um, in time, in time. And Pablo says maybe missing a solid gold on Oysterflex. Either
Solid
way,
gold.
either way, it's a very, very nice, compact, solid, powerful, good, attractive collection.
It's a lot of money
Agreed.
here, Bear. This is not cheap.
Oh God, no! This exceeds your budget, Archie, that you gave Mikey and I,
Mm. That's
and
it.
much exceeds.
That's a very nice three-piece Rolex combo for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does he need a speedy in there, Bear, or just leave it as it is? 3.
No, honestly, from what I know, William, I'm in touch with him on Instagram. William is a hardcore Rolex man. I don't think he really feels about Speedy as something that he would enjoy. And you know what? The old belief that every enthusiast, every collector should experience the Speedy. I think that's a myth. I don't think you have to really. If you love the Speedy, good, 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 good. Great watch, iconic watch. But it's not necessary. And often, Archie, let's be fucking frank and honest, that Speedy is used to fill the category of chronograph because of price, not because it's fucking awesome.
Well, the Speedy is a very iconic watch, but Bear.
It is very iconic. Maybe, I mean, when I was doing my classification of most iconic pieces, I considered Speedy to be second most iconic.
It's
I have to
interesting. Mike the
admit,
Snake has just got a Speedy. That's his only watch.
well, I haven't just got it. I got it 3 years ago, but
No,
Mikey
I
has
mean
other, no, he
that's
has
the
other
only
watch.
really luxury watch, right?
yeah,
You
aside
don't
from
need
my
more than that. What more do you
Yet,
need?
I bet you, and Mikey, don't say anything yet. I bet you that he likes his Seiko more than that Speedy.
um,
Go ahead. Be honest.
yes,
That's all I'm asking.
absolutely, yes.
I'm
The
not
Orange
saying that
Monster
you
has
you
such a
consider them
unique
same
case.
value.
Yeah, I was
You're,
just gonna say I have to admit that I'm one of those people that bought a Speedy just partly because the looks are good, they're fine, but partly because it's just like Bear said earlier, it's just kind of like the natural progression of watch
mandatory. It was
collecting.
fucking mandatory. I remember ArchieLuxury. Fuck me dead. He was the one. You need to get a hazelite. Hazelite. You need a man on the fucking moon. Fuck.
Start with
Okay. That was my first AD purchased watch. I go to AD. My AD that's today. That's the AD I bought that first fucking Speedy because of Archie. I go in and I said to him, to my friend today. I said, I would like to buy a watch here, but my pontiff says AD is not your friend. He starts laughing because he knew about Archie. So he said, well, why is that? I said, because you can never give me a good price. And what do you want to buy? I said, I want to buy Omega Speedmaster. Man on the fucking moon. And he laughs, right? And he actually said,
Yes.
yeah, sure. So he recommended to me to get a sandwich, sapphire sandwich. No, 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 I said. Because Archie Luxury said that's not the one to get. He didn't have it in
exactly.
stock. He didn't have it in stock. He did not
Nice.
have it in stock. And
Oh,
I stood my ground. And he says, okay, if I can do better than a secondary market, will you buy it from me? And he wrote down the price, and it was fucking awesome price. I said, yes, you got it. He ordered it from me, and decade and more later, I spent close to 2.5 million Canadian dollars in that place.
Wow. Amazing.
Nice.
More super chats, Archie.
More super chats here. We got a super chat. Actually, that's the same one, Bear. That's the same
Oh,
one.
my apologies. My apologies. I guess wishful thinking, Archie. Wishful thinking.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Bear, I want to
Hell's
thank
to
everyone.
light. Hell's to light, boys. Hell's to light.
How's the
Don't
light?
fuck around, Archie. You were
Bear,
such an influence on me. You
Same
were a
here.
huge influence on me, man.
After I got my sub, by default, my next purchase was going to be a Speedy for sure.
I'm gonna tell you, I bought Brigade Type 20 because of Archie. I bought Omega Hellslide because of Archie. I bought what's it called? The Explorer 2 because of Archie. I loved Cartier because of Archie. Okay?
wow. Thank you, Bear.
I thank you, man. You are a very big and important part of many watch collectors'
You've
journeys.
influenced a lot of people, man.
Bear, it's time to thank our donators today, Bear.
It was a good night. We had a great support. Mikey was top form. Narky was funny. You were engaged. I enjoyed the show. And on the top of it, chat was awesome. And guess what? We even made some money. People
Yes.
were generous tonight. So, yeah, Archie, you're right. We should thank the punters.
I want to thank everybody who was kind enough to super chat tonight, starting with Nelson Oliveira. Nelson, thank you so much. By the way, Mikey,
Yes.
did you get that pizza or Chinese I sent you the money for before?
I haven't, but I'll be sure to take pictures. Last couple days have been.
No, that's
I
okay.
took my mom to chemotherapy and stuff, and but I'm
Okay.
definitely. We're going to Chinese. It's on the agenda. We're both. What both of our mouths are watering, ready to go. It's just like right now it's 100 degrees out.
No,
which
that's
is really-
okay.
it's
That's
too
okay.
hot. I'm gonna go though.
Thomas Burnett,
Thank you for that.
Patel Philippe. Look at this big super chat, Bear. This
Hey,
was a big
Patel,
super
thank you
chat.
for never ever forgetting us, man. I hope you're enjoying your time. I know you are busy tonight, but you didn't forget us, man. We appreciate that. Thank you, man.
We had P. Clen, always smartest guy in Australia. Patel Philippe again. Sam Davidson, Rich Mitch, Thomas Burnett. Thank you, Thomas Burnett. And thank you, Easy, for coming on. It was great Vietnam
Yeah,
talk.
very, very interesting guy, Archie. Very interesting guy. It was good conversation there.
Frank V, Mr. Turkey, Mr. Turkey, Mr. Turkey, Mr. Turkey. We had Pavel. Pavel again. SR Bell 67. Malik Diamond. Patel Philippe. We had Malik Diamond, Patel Philippe, SR Bell, Frank V, Mr. Turkey, Little Dave, SR Bell 67, Big Tony, Malik Diamond, SR Bell, SR Bell, SR Bell, Dis Horez Dis, Mert 100, SR Bell 67, Old Timey, Mr. Turkey, Frank V, Big Tony, Ken Fresno, Bezels, we love Bezels.
Awesome guy.
We had Big Tony, Mr. Turkey, Frank V, Pavel, Mr. Turkey, William Gaudrian, Mike the Mistake. Here we go. We got some super chats coming in at the end here. I bought the sub because of Arch and White OP because of Bear. And we've got our good friend Eddie joining us at the last moment.
Hi, Eddie. And Mike the Mistake, thank you very much, man. That's an honor, man. That's truly an honor. Yeah, I remember you. I got a
Hey,
message.
Archie, what happened to your computer?
Oh, I put another monitor with it. It's okay now. It's okay. Mr.
Did it
Zoso,
work? The battery
$5.
swap?
Haven't tested it after that. Nice show. Thank you, guys. And Mr. Turkey, $1.50 super sticker. What's the sticker, Bear?
He sends us another hot dog, Archibald. Another hot dog.
We do.
Would you like
the
a hot
dogs.
dog, Daddy? Can we
Yes.
Can we offer you a hot dog, buddy?
Yeah.
Guys, it's been a good show.
Hang on. What do you want on it, bro?
Oh, I just want sauce. Ketchup.
Just a ketchup. That's it.
Everything on it, man.
What about you, Eddie? What do you want on your hot dog?
Oh, man.
You're freezing, bro. You're freezing.
Ketchup, tomatoes, and
Ooh,
pickle.
Archie, we fucked up, Archie. We fucked up. No leaving yet. Thank you, Frank. Sorry about that. Archie, you did not play the AC3 Ladyboy version 2. Please, Archie.
I gotta find it.
Sorry, Frank. We started yapping and we forgot. Dan is again in the chat. I just want to say hi to him again. Good to see you, Tan.
Hi, Tan.
Little Dave, that's respect, Mikey. Thank you. Little Dave wants cream cheese and chili. That's an unusual combo. I never heard of such a combo. Frank Lee says it's Mookie. Is it on a Mookie's channel? I don't know if we're allowed to play from Mookie's channel, Archie.
No.
Cream cheese and chili.
Oh
yeah. Oh, that. Yes, on a big giant hot dog, for sure.
Yeah,
I see you, Whiskey Reaper. I see you.
I see you too, Whiskey Reaper.
I would not want to play from their channel anything.
No, okay. No worries there. Okay, guys, that's the show for today.
I thought this is on your channel, but if it's not on your channel, stick with your content, Archie.
Yes.
And that's just, I think, best way to do it.
Thank you. Good advice.
So, Frank, we apologize. We really apologize.
Sorry, Frank. It's just that they get nasty at the other channels there.
I don't know. I don't say that because they would get nasty. I think, Archie, you have so much of your own content. You don't need to. Oh, Mookie is here. He says clips are on Mookie Clips, not Mookie channel. You can play anything you want, of course. There we go, Archie. This is from Mookie himself. It's on Mookie Clips, Archie.
Okay, we can play that then if that's the case.
Mookie's the owner of the channel. He says yes, it's a go. And there we go, Frankie. Big thank you to Mookie for allowing us to do that.
Brothers, sisters, and ladyboys of the channel, thou must acknowledge thine exalted ladyboy.
Everything has a price in Thailand.
There's an awful ugly penis down there.
Reverend Tattoo, I just got off the plane.
Sex is all psychological.
Lady boy fucker! Of course, I like to be respectful to the traditions
Everything has a price in Thailand.
and things that happen there. So lady boys themselves, thumbs up. Lady boy fucker! I think they're great. Yay time! I think they're great. I've had homosexual dreams. Of course.
I like big breasts, small breasts, all sorts of breasts, John.
There has to be one lady boy in the movie.
She's pretty.
Small breasts, yes.
She's excited.
Yes.
Awful ugly penis down there.
Yes.
Everything has a price in Thailand.
He said lady boys aren't really a homosexual thing, but lady boy fucker! But who fucking cares?
Fastest lady boy ever seen run of my life.
The sacrifice of a lady boy.
Because I spoke Thai to that woman.
Yes.
That
Guys, please
What were
make
you
sure
saying?
to
What
upload.
were you saying to her?
We would appreciate any support for the live stream.
It gets better in the deeper you go.
Please upload if you can. Thank you.
I
in
was
advance.
asking how much it was and what's the room like.
It's like you got a heterosexual guy. You take him on tour to Bangkok and you introduce him to a lady boy. And yeah, he's excited, she's pretty, she's this, and then he realizes there's an awful, ugly penis down there. I think they're great. Yay, time!
Glory, lust, and drama unto Pontiff the King.
Finding a Thai girlfriend in Bangkok nightclub. Yay, time! Bangkok gets a bit of a bad reputation for being full of hookers and ladyboys. Whatever turns your fancy. Yay, time! That's not a real lady. Get back. Puts the hand in.
Small breasts, big breasts. I love the female form.
Penis down there. Puts the hand in.
All sorts of breasts, John.
Does it matter if the breasts are on a lady boy?
Whatever turns your fancy.
Does it matter if the breasts are on a lady boy?
They'll turn you into a lady boy in prison.
Wolfgang went, let one go. He went to hit this lady boy and went to punch it. It was bang, bang, bang.
Damn straight they will.
Quite well-mannered, nasty, mean, angry, Rolex-worshipping ladyboy lover.
When they pull off their shoes, you got to worry. You know, they pull off their shoes and try and embed their stiletto in between your eyes.
Lady boys and Louis Vuitton.
That's a lady boy's trick. They do that all the time.
There is no longer Grand Seiko or Longines. There is no Hublot or Panerai. As for all of ye are one under the divine wisdom of our fearless